I am live again. I cannot believe this is happening to me right about now. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see how part three goes. Part three, part three. Oh my goodness. Bill, oh my goodness. This is crazy, Bill. Are y'all kidding? Damn, y'all. Okay, let me just. We calling this part three. If y'all want to come, huh? Rejected the link. How's that? Okay. The link is up. I, listen, I'm going to tell you something in a second, and you're going to be like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my God. Listen.
Hold on a second. What do you?
Thank you, shared reaction. I appreciate that, brother. I honestly think um, this is. Oh, geez, we got Bill. We got. Look,
What's going
we got.
on?
What is going on, Bill? You know, can you believe after I ended that live, it said I had 198 hits.
Wow.
I believe it.
Right? On top of it, I wrote it down because I couldn't even believe it. 33 hours.
It's a big jump, man. It's a big step.
33 hours.
I shared you out again, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
One from the gente.
I come out to the garage for a little privacy and just had to plug my phone in real quick. So,
oh man, this is
kids
just...
are probably tearing the house apart right now. But
look, it's already. Let's see, it's 11:20. That's 11:26 p.m. already.
Well, it's not 26 here, so
it's 10:26. What are you talking about? 11.
Well, it's gonna be 11.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not even close. He's an hour. He's in his own time zone, Bill.
Yeah, I'm in my own time zone right about now. I'm still just collecting in what I just been,
You know what? In my time zone, it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Luan, if you want to join, come join Luan. Luan's been asking to join. So
Oh, that'd be great. Then we can find out some of your secrets.
All of them.
yeah.
Where's I know Jeb was in here earlier. He probably hasn't jumped back in.
Yeah, he didn't jump in yet.
He's a wild dude, that one.
Jeb Jam is a cool dude. Wallace Life, Our Mindoro Journey.
Listen, they said that Wallace did your your shaved head review. I gotta go watch that.
Oh, you didn't see that yet? Oh yeah, you gotta see it. I would listen. This is something that you have to go see.
I gotta go check it out because I know that he had said, when did he make it? Did he just finish it this recently?
Oh, it was last month, the month
Damn,
before. Oh my God, that
it's
thing was. Oh,
been a minute.
you almost had me pissing my pants.
Yeah, the memory's still fresh. Then it's.
Oh yeah, the memory is still like embedded in my head.
Luan was over there poking you in the eye, pretty much.
She was poking me in my eye, pulling my ear, like my neck, bending my head all the way back. I'm like, geez, like.
Yeah, the human neck is not supposed to move in that way.
Exactly. You know?
She was going against the grain.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I was on another live stream probably 2 or 3 months ago, and the guy running the live stream ended up like convincing Rose to shave me live on the live stream. And I guess it got a lot of hits, but man, that hurt. She didn't know what she was doing.
Oh,
it was a cheap disposable razor. I mean, it pulled. It hurt.
I'm telling you, I was like, I started watching it, and he's like, "Oh, this is." He started drinking. He started drinking something. All of a sudden, you see him go and like spit it out. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm on the ground." I fell out of my chair. Everything.
Yeah.
And Luan had me all like one side of my mustache was longer than the other side. Then she had
the link again.
like,
I think Luan wants to jump on. Drop the link again. And by the way, hello Sean. I'm able to read the messages, but I'm not going to respond via text. But hey Sean, hey Nettie, hey
Nettie Greer, everybody.
Yeah, I can't see.
Yeah, if you're on your
messages right.
If you're on a mobile, you're not going to be able to respond to the text messaging.
Yeah, well, unless Jay puts them up on the screen.
You could read them. You could read them.
Yeah, you can read them.
I can read them. I was like, oh, okay.
They allow you to read them, but they don't allow you to respond.
The only one that's able to.
Yeah.
Our host is the only one that's able to type to them.
Yeah, my phone won't even show them to me, no matter what. I don't know.
There it is.
There's a chat. If you're depending on if you're using a web browser, there should be a little chat button at the bottom.
Yeah, it says chat.
Yeah.
But every time I touch that, it takes me out of the live stream.
So listen,
it doesn't remove you from the live stream. It like glosses over with the text, so you can actually look at the live chat.
Hello.
Everyone, we can get 10 people up here.
I know we can get 10 people in here now.
Well, it depends how good your internet is.
Oh, my internet's good. I have no problems with that.
Hey, Rosalie.
I'm telling you, man. I honestly think I am damn close. Damn close.
I bet.
Well, you would have been over it if you would have started this about 15 seconds sooner, because right before you started this, I had a freaking wasp get stuck in my hair, and I was dancing like a little girl.
Oh my God.
It was trying to make a nest in that light right up there.
Oh, Jesus. Luan, I thought you're coming in, Luan. Nettie Greer. If you want to come join.
Hey, Judy.
Oh, there's
Hey,
Judy.
Judy, I also sent the link out to Chi.
Oh my God.
One of our OFW friends.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, as long as Chi and Judy show up, then this LS is complete.
Exactly.
Well, I've also sent it out.
There's Luan, there's Judy, and we got Nettie.
Hey, it's good.
It's good. It's complete.
I also sent it out to MK Show TV, who's an OFW in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is just unbelievable today. There's so many words and like all this is just. I'm trying to take it all in, and it's unbelievable.
Man, the
Hey,
fact
you're
that
on
you
the verge
just
of a crossover.
you are he's on the verge of a crossover, and you know what's crazy is that freaking the fact that you did 3 segments today, man, and each segment is something different. Can't go wrong.
Nope.
Like my first one was, I did like my first one for today was like 5 to 8 hours. Watch time hours. But then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, I'll just do one more live. Okay, I'll do one more live. And I was like, okay. It just started going. I'm like, well, we could end this. We could end it. Or we could just keep on going. And people were just, it kept on going. And then all of a sudden, boom, now we're on 3. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm still trying to take it in. Still
Well,
trying.
the funny thing is, I went out and spent a bunch of money on a new laptop just so I could do lives, without being on a mobile and having the restrictions.
Uh-huh.
And then I haven't done a single live since then because I'm always on other people's lives with my mobile.
Listen, Bill, I'll tell you like this. When I get monetized, you tell me when you're doing a live. I will be there.
Deal.
If I could arrange it, I would rebroadcast it on my channel for you.
Jeez.
Wow.
I think you can do that as long as you have the permission of the original creator.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't know how they verify that, but
Yeah, I know. How would they?
they send Jay an email or something.
Yeah, I know they send me an email. Would you accept J3?
So just do what Wallace did and do the reaction, and that's it. Just repost it. Make faces every now and then. Every time something silly happens, keep it moving.
Unbelievable.
That was priceless on that last one there, Jay. You sweating up a storm in your air conditioner?
My air conditioner was on. My fan is on me. I got the ceiling fan on, and I'm still sweating. I'm still hot.
Man, I'll tell you, there's sometimes that AC doesn't do enough with the humidity and everything.
No, it was. My whole side of the bed was frozen.
Well, that's just it. I mean, we got a 2,000 square foot house, okay? We have 2 central heat and air units. We can crank them both all the way up. And on days when it's, when the heat index is up 105, 107, it still gets warm in the house. Because them AC units have to shut down every once in a while so they don't freeze up when they work too hard.
It is.
And then I'm the one that has to fix them.
Hey, Mary.
Thank you, Mary, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. This is what I've been saying like the whole time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blue.
How high can we get it this time?
I know.
OMJ, you're going to be the one watching that. I can't being up here on the panel.
Yeah, you can't come in.
What's your thumbs up at this point, Jake?
I don't even know. I think I was like at 54 or something from the
Well, no, on this new one though. That's the catch.
Well, let me check. I'll check right now.
I'm already at 16. I get it before I come up here, so.
I'm already at 16 thumbs up.
Nice.
That's not bad. Only 14 and a half minutes in?
Oh, now 17. Thank you, babe. I mean, like, man. And it's funny because when I first started this channel, I was telling Frankie, I'm like, oh, I got 130 subscribers. He's like, uh-oh. All of a sudden, I was like, I got another 100 and something. And I got another 100 and something. He's like, what the hell's going on here? You're like, Okay, now you're getting a little annoying, I think.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I was like, not text him as much about it. And then it was like 300. And he's like, what? 300? You were just at 100 and something. What's going on?
Watch,
Yeah.
one of these days he's gonna go home and he gonna have one of those YouTube play buttons in the background.
Well, no,
I
I
vis-
think he's
I
just
could
getting
be
a
I
big
could
head. One of these days, YouTube's gonna, like slap him in the face or something.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
I also shared it out to Adrian Gibson. I don't know if you know him from Australia.
nice.
I know.
Another beer. 1 second.
Yeah,
Hey,
get another one. Hey,
hey Pacific.
I'm going hardcore tonight, buddy.
I'm be-
Oh my God.
beating Jay to the punch.
I am going. This is like. This is memorable right here.
What's funny is you would think that I have like a phone stand or something. I've been using my hand and I'm pretty steady.
Yeah, right. You probably got your laptop.
Hey, Pacific, share it out. Let's see how many thumbs up we can give them off this stream.
Oh man.
Oh God. Here we go again. I'm telling you.
I'll tell you, I come on.
Honestly,
because
I
people
just
love seeing
landed
that.
like 33 hours just from the previous one. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There's Jeb Jam.
Uh-oh.
There's Jebby and
There's
Jim.
Jeb.
Oh man, throw the
Hey,
throw
Jeb
the
Jam.
link in.
Come on, Jeb.
Share it out. Let's get more in here.
Oh man. I think this right here is gonna be bringing me to like 3,950 or something.
Some
Hey
crazy
man, I'll tell
thing.
you, if that's what you want, then that's what we're here to help you get.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, when Jay called me, I was like, let me just jump in while he's sitting there chit chatting with me.
I know. I'm
Can you
looking
guys
at the
hear me?
screen, I'm like, what? Goodbye. I see him in there. Oh,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Because Luann said she can't hear me.
Luan, why don't you just come in here?
Yeah, she's probably in the other room. Rose does that to me all the time.
Yeah.
She'll text me from the other room and say, "Hey, come in here."
Luan, click the link, babe, so you can join. I can have up to 10 people.
Wait, we're waiting for Jeb Jam to jump in.
I know we're waiting for Jeb Jam too. Like,
Yeah, I want him to jump up with a bottle of rum.
actually, hold on.
Oh, we're not doing that again. Come on.
Man, that's a tiny bottle.
Yeah, that's a tiny bottle, but this would be sufficient.
We're not doing that again. I got work in the AM, man. I could probably get a shot though, at least.
I think
Yeah,
Jim.
we don't care if your head is on the pillow. Just get on. You know, you got to.
See, that's the problem though. Me being mostly Irish, I mean, I think it's a blood thing, like in my DNA. But I mean, I can drink hard liquor all night and it won't affect me.
Oh, you're
Now, I
lucky.
can drink beer, on the other hand, and it actually gives me a good feeling.
Hey, Jeb Jam, if your head's on the pillow, you gotta hold your phone like this.
Oh,
If
MJ, I wouldn't even be. Actually, I probably would, but hey, we'll keep that a secret.
If his head's on the pillow, then Jebby's probably jumping him, so you don't want to see it on camera.
Oh man.
I'm telling you.
Hey, Jeb Jam, just make sure you use the squeegee first. He knows the drill on the squeegee.
You trying to make me spit beer out of my mouth?
Hold on. Ruthie and Arthur, hello. Hey, come join. Come join. No, come join.
You called her on the cell phone telling her to come join.
Like he said, come on. Okay, bye.
Hello, Ruthie and Arthur.
Okay, she's coming now.
Hey, at least you're polite, man. You called her on the phone. Rose will just call me from the other room and go, honey.
Hey,
Jules.
Jeb Jam. Wait, watch this. Jeb Jam, if your jewels are showing, dang, you old?
Jeff, hey, Jeff, there's a
You
rule.
stretch that far?
You gotta come. You gotta,
Yeah. Tell him to put some pants on and turn the camera on.
put a shirt on. It only shows up from here up. So what's the,
Yeah.
Hey, it might be that long, Jay.
I don't know how many times I've been invited to a live and it's like, no, man, I ain't got no pants on. Well, it's like, okay, it's coming, man.
Watch this. There you go. Look at this. Look.
What up, Jeb
Yo.
Jam?
I got blue diamonds and lucky stars here, man. What are you talking about?
Come on, James. Man,
Hello,
where
Jim.
you at? All I see is the
You know,
picture.
You know we were gonna have to
you
get
was
you
dying on the squeegee, man. Come on.
Yeah, the squeegee's only for hotel rooms.
Oh, man, this is gonna
But
be.
I did
I got-
want to say hi to Ruthie and Arthur Adventures. I mean,
Yeah, Ruthie and
for some
Arthur.
reason, I just wanted to say that is an awesome channel.
It is. They are.
They're awesome people.
They are.
And I've
Too.
seen
They are
several
very
of them.
awesome people.
So
How you doing there, Jim?
I'm hanging in there. I'm still tired.
Oh,
That,
tired.
like,
I should be tired.
At least you
Well,
jumped on. At least you
it's
jumped
nice.
on, even if it's not in if we can't see your jewels.
That's a good thing. I don't want to see them anyway. Andy, hello.
yeah, I just wonder, Jay, why are you so tired now? You're in the same time zone as me, aren't you?
I'm
Man, I've been
10:45 p.m.
I was outside for 9 hours, and it was about 90. It felt like 110.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
mean,
how it is in this area of the country.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
He's like,
Wear a hat.
I'm still hot. I'm like, I
you
got
can
the
always
on me.
you can always do the Mary Poppins and use the umbrella.
For that.
They should bring back drinking and driving. It'll make things much better.
Well, it would make things more entertaining if you were drinking and driving a lawnmower.
Right.
Hey, babe, you know that lawnmowers come with beer holders, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
they do. Mine does. I can
Finally.
show it to you if you want.
Mine does.
Come on, join, please. Let's get 6 people in here. Let's go.
6
Oh
people,
man,
We could get 10 people up in this room. We could get this thing started.
10 people on the journey.
we're already like 20, almost 25 minutes
Almost
into this
25
live.
minutes already. This is just like crazy. I'm still trying to,
Jay is still amazed. He's just like he's like a damn part 3. I feel like we're watching a Terminator movie and we're like on the 3rd part of the movie and freaking in like a few hours.
Oh, I was laying down.
Sean, if you want to come join if you want.
Binge
Come on
watch.
up, brother.
For
I'm
real.
waiting for Judy to jump up on one of
If
these.
Judy showed up on here right now, honestly, this is how fast
You'd
this
wet
would
your
change. if Judy showed up on here, oh, damn, Bill, you just Bill.
The sequel
There you go.
of Jay's Journey.
Yeah, if Judy ever came up on a live, I know you'd wind up having a full panel and another 5,000 to 7,000 people in the chat.
I think if Judy would come on here right now, I would even probably Bongi from Texas. I'll tell you right now, if I get them two in here, I won't say nothing. I would just let them do it all. They don't even have to say nothing. All their people will come.
100 hours more to go.
Yeah, I just got to send a message out saying that Judy's up on a panel, and
Oh yeah, everybody would. Man, it would be like 11 people in here. It would be like almost 200 people in here trying to figure out why is she on my channel and not hers.
exactly,
It would be pretty epic, that's for sure.
And
it
then
would be.
they'll be like, "Oh, what? Jay's Journey your favorite?" I'd have been like,
Listen.
I don't even care if
Judy-
it's a picture, just hearing her voice, you know?
Judy is holding out because she's like everybody wants me. I'm like this hot topic.
She's
So
playing hard to get.
Judy, listen, Judy is she's the she's supportive. She's straight up supportive.
yeah, she said that.
Everybody loves
supports
Judy.
everyone. She gives us advice. She helps us out. That kind of stuff, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know that, Judy.
Hey, Pacific.
I'm telling you.
Oh, somebody's backfeeding.
You gotta
You can't.
I don't know why I can't use the comments from there.
Pacific.
Oh, he
Yeah,
needs to
Pacific,
mute
come out.
himself.
Shit, I got
Mute him for a second, Jay.
He can't have two devices on.
Yeah,
Pacific.
you only can have one device, Pacific. You gotta mute the YouTube part or your phone. And then I'll just rejoin you back in.
Or just use the laptop. The laptop looked like it was clear.
So you only gotta have one device. That's what the doctor told me. You gotta have one device, James.
Yeah, let's see if he muted it.
How's it? Yeah, I turned the other things off. I always forget.
There you go.
I'm with mine.
Thank
I'm
you,
not,
brother.
like I said in the comments, I'm not real technical.
Hey,
I'm about the level of a sock monkey right now. Maybe a sock monkey with holes in the toe.
You're coming good through. You're coming good through.
yeah.
Good.
But I'm telling you, if Judy would come in here, even with with the little circle people, you would see people so mad and jealous.
You guys,
B would be here.
You see this tropical?
JG would be here.
You see this tropical weather warning that's going on? I just got it like 4 times in like the last hour.
I didn't get nothing yet. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a tropical depression moving in on the East Coast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just saw
Some
that.
reason I stopped out this. It's because my phone's
Oh,
dying.
yeah, I just
and
got
for
it.
some reason my chocolate stopped working.
Judy, you could join and just block your face if you want.
No pressure.
Don't do any camera.
Bongo,
You can turn
You
the
come
camera
on.
off.
If Judy comes in here,
You can turn it off right
everybody
here on my
mute
desktop.
your section.
Oh, I will.
Known Pacific.
It's only going to be about Judy.
Bongi, you come on up here too.
Yeah, Bongi, if you want
Wonder
to
if I did this on my live stream, if I get more views.
listen. Hey, I'll help you. Trust me. Don't worry about that.
You
Judy,
need to get Bongi to
gotta-
join too.
I
I'm telling you,
gotta go
Judy.
do some tending to the tendon.
Bongi, if you want to come join, Come join. You're more than welcome. I'll tell you, I'll mute everybody, and them two could only talk.
Dang.
I gotta go do some tending.
There won't even be no questions asked. Just know that.
Wow.
Be no questions asked because I'm over here trying to keep an eye on the chat.
Oh no, I'm over here. I've been flipping between the both, like the chat and the thing all at the same time.
Oh, thank you, Journey. Thank you, brother.
So where you from, Pacific?
California.
Whoa, okay. Straight to the other
Just a couple
side.
$1 million from getting to Hawaii to stay.
Nice.
Anybody wants to help, hey.
Thank you, brother. Honestly, so much.
Just give me 1.9 mil. That's good enough.
Woo!
Cool, so.
Easy. American Life.
Hello, American Life.
I loaned you 0.1.
I'm telling you.
Look.
Jeb Jam. All right, brother.
All right, Jeb.
That's why I call it Pacific too, so I can make videos around the Pacific if I want to.
Nice.
That's nice.
Not just California and Washington and Oregon. See, I got more range.
Man.
Well,
Of course, I was thinking that maybe I'd have enough
Saturday.
following to actually make a couple dimes out of this too. But, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just a couple million followers short right now.
Don't worry, we'll help you out. We will help you.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of static here, guys. So
I tell everybody at work that I'm going to be a billionaire, but once I get the first million, it's going to go a lot quicker.
Hey, Bill's cutting
Bill,
out. I
we
don't know.
can't hear you, Bill, a little bit. You gotta talk a little bit louder. Turn the volume up.
What'd you say,
Somebody's
Bill?
crack-
yeah, I really can't hear much of anything right now. It's all static, so I think I gotta
Some feedback.
drop out, and maybe it'll help out the signal or something.
Hey, Bill,
it all
what you
depends
might
Find another charger.
Hey, Bill, if you're on your cell phone, you might have to reboot your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might take a while considering I'm like 18%.
You may want to use that
Find another
laptop.
charger.
Maybe want
I
to
know
use
you
that
better
laptop
get
you
the
were talking about.
laptop.
Yeah, I can use that. But I got to get some little girls in bed first, so keep it going while I'm gone, all right?
Oh, geez. If I do that, Bill, you're gonna be a lucky man, and I'll tell you that.
All right.
All right. Man. I don't even.
Here, let me get my phone that doesn't work anymore. To go on the internet, get some extra watch time here.
Man, we already got 23 thumbs up. 13 people in here.
Oh, I'll put my regular phone I use on there too. That way you get 3 at a time. Every
Hey,
device.
Pacific.
Thank you.
Hey, Pacific. Share out if you can.
Yeah, I did a little bit. You seen where what was that random one that came in?
Oh,
Can't think of it. I can't see the comments right now. I can't think of what they called it. Anyway, small
If you
channel.
can,
Yeah.
just so that you know, on Pacific, when you're in StreamYard, there's a little chat button. You can actually read the chat. If you just click it, you'll see the
I see
section
live
where it says
comments and I see
that-
private chat.
the live comments. That's what you want to look at. You can see all the comments that are in the chat while you're here in the video.
Oh, so they all stopped then at 7:55, or are they still rolling?
Well, no, that's probably the last message that was sent right now. Hey,
Oh, okay.
American Life.
I thought I didn't know what that was because it was just it's like a banner looking. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? See, I told you, Sock Monkey may be much better at this.
Hey,
We're gonna teach you. Don't worry about that. We're gonna get you to where you need to be.
listen.
You're gonna be like, oh my god, I'm learning too much too fast. Let me get out of here.
Died of head exploding.
Hey, Ruthie,
Oh, man.
Arthur, send out Share out, my friends. You too, American Life. Let's see how many we can get in here for them.
So yeah, I shared to a couple so far, but
let me see.
I sent out to at least 20.
what the heck was the name of that thing? I can't think of what it was called now.
We are doing part 3. I can't believe I'm still doing a live.
Oh, Defiant Assassin.
Oh, yeah.
So I shared it to that and KK Official.
Nice.
I'd give it to Billy's Big Top, but he's only got one person going. That's kind of.
Man.
Shout him out anyway.
I know. One is something.
Oh, he's got 4 watching now. Hey, big time.
Thank you, Ruthie and Arthur.
I only had one live stream that I had that.
Yeah,
You just gotta let people know.
My friends.
he has a lot of videos. Got a cool backdrop.
What'd I do?
You got two monitors going on over there, Pacific.
You're making me like. Is anybody talking?
Oh, you know, I was looking at this Billy's Big Top and I accidentally let the sound on
Oh,
because I was going to try to share it off into there.
I was like,
Nice.
Because on my computer, you could open like 4 or 5 windows until the computer locks up. I mean, I could be on
Nice.
all different channels at once for some reason.
That's nice. That's extreme multitasking.
Yeah, I'm watching them all, of course. Who'd want to cheat?
Salamat Po.
Thank you so much, everybody. Can't even believe it. We still going strong.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna get a little shot or something. I don't know what you got. What was that little bottle, Jay?
My Jack and Honey.
Oh. I don't know what I got around here right now.
I got my, you know.
I had a bottle of tequila up here the other day. Just don't remember what. But
I do
that's
too.
what you lose.
I got
That's what you lose.
Who's calling?
That's what you lose when you're with the kids. You bottle of tequila.
Hey, Jay. You know,
yeah.
on your way over to
What the hell's going on? Hold on.
I think your audio is jumping out, Joe.
sorry about that. Is that any better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, I was saying, Jeb Jam's just a little bit northwest of Joe and Jassy.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
On your way over to OMJ.
Oh,
Let's see. I don't think I've been trying to share this.
hello, Guafaco. Hello. Yeah, I am still in shock with everything that has just happened just for today.
I mean, again, you're
Like,
like a freaking YouTube warrior right now, Mister.
This is a marathon for you, Jay.
I'm saying he is doing a marathon. That's crazy stuff.
it is crazy. Like, I'm still lost for words.
But you know what? If you're not fully vested in what you're doing, then don't do it. Right? That's the way I look at it. You have to be fully vested, and you proved that today with your 3-part Jay's journey scenario going on. Don't get no better.
It's really. I was like, man,
Okay, you know, it's just,
it was only gonna be like 1 hour. Basically, it was only gonna be 1 hour, and then all of a sudden, it just went out of control. Like it just went way out of control.
Yeah,
So
that's the way it usually goes.
I was so lost. Oh,
I'm gonna take a small. Just wanna cheers to you, Jay, for your 3-part scenario.
hold on. Let me get my.
Just a little sunshine, not crazy. I can't go crazy.
Yeah, we can't go crazy. Hold on.
You get the official glass. Let's see if I can get a good. There you go. You get the official glass, couple cubes in it. Put like 1 or 2 cubes in it, just to chill it because it's been in there.
Wow, there's all kinds of different Jay's Journeys on here.
Let's see. Yeah, I know there's so many Jay's Journeys, but pretty soon it's going to be the one that's going to
got it.
stick out. Hey, Jessica, hello. The one that's going to stick out is going to be. You're going to know who it is. It's going to be me.
Yeah, once I saw the picture, I'm like, oh, there we go.
Hold on.
No, I just poured it, man. Let me say I'm gonna swallow it or something, man. That didn't even sound right.
Live. Bam. Should be one more watching right now.
We got 14 people going.
Hey Jay, I'll toast you with some tea.
There you go.
At work,
I don't drink anymore.
hey,
Well, I'll do
you know, I met one of my coworkers today. I was out, and I was like, I asked a question. And I was like, listen, I'm gonna get a Blue Moon for lunch, and I was like, you want something? He's like, nah. I'm like, why? What's up? Why you don't drink? And he says, he got into something personal that I ain't gonna get on YouTube live with, but he's like, I don't drink, and I was like, seriously, like. And I told him, I said, well, this will be the first time and last time I ask you, because I'm not about peer pressure. If that's something you don't do, then that's something you don't do. But don't critique me when I do.
There you go.
All right.
That's it.
You're right. Oh, why are you eating now?
One more view
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
Why are you eating a banana? You gotta get a shot.
I got the munchies. Look.
Oh, Jesus.
I got Rice Krispie treat too.
I can't even eat all that. I can eat the banana, but I can't.
Look. Just because you have
Okay, so
what you
that's
got,
3.
doesn't mean I have to go ahead
How
and
many
change my
more
life
times I
around
can open
that.
this channel?
Okay, I'm already done pouring.
Now I'm just like, I'm doing it live, like full screen.
Hello, no.
Yes, bam.
Telling you. Now we.
I'm doing it live, like full screen.
Hello, no.
Yes, bam. Okay.
Geez, I'm
4.
excited to get a shot.
Try for a couple more
I'm
of these.
excited. Oh my God, here we go again. We got 20 people in here.
Hey Jessica. Hey Judy again. Hey what's that? Blah. Hey Guafa.
And then Guafa.
Yep. Just giving everybody a shout out before we have a shot.
We got everybody in here again.
Anybody wants to come on live? Anybody want to come on live and have a shot with us? Let's do this.
We are celebrating. This is going to be, I think this is going to be the go-getter right here, right? Like literally to the 4K.
Listen, let's wait another minute and a half. Let's see if anybody else jumps on to have a shot with us. If not, that's fine too. You guys can watch.
Man.
But give me the opportunity to finish this banana.
Oh man, this is definitely the day of celebration. I'll tell you.
This is the first minute I go on hands free.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 phones. 7.
Jeez.
I would
I
turn on
I
the.
like a big banana, Guafa said.
No comment. Let's keep it PG. Keep it PG.
Keep your bananas to yourself.
Thank you, American Life. It's going to be close. I'll tell you that. It's going to be real close.
We still got about another minute, right? I have
No,
time for
no.
my that's
No.
52.
No.
Oh, that was not on.
Thank you so much.
Listen, I don't know. I woke up with the
Can't
munchies.
believe it. We still going strong.
Oh, I hear you. I hear
I
you.
think I'm gonna get a little shot or something. I don't know. What you guys? What was that little bottle, Jay?
My Jack and Honey.
Are we hearing feedback of what I just?
Yeah, I'm hearing a loop.
Oh, I hope I'm not producing feedback.
I got my
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes. You're,
I
you're,
Some feedback.
a bottle of tequila up here.
One, two.
So that's what. He's saying the video that we just did. He just caught up to
Yeah, I might be giving you guys feedback because I got 5 windows open on the computer.
Just mute. If anything,
Yeah.
if you want.
You
Do yourself
know,
a favor and just mute your YouTube. That's it.
Here, I'll mute you. Don't worry.
No. Mute. Tell him to just mute the YouTube video.
Let's see, muted that.
So as long as you mute the YouTube video, we won't hear it.
That's mute.
He's just trying to get you some more watch hours, dude.
No, I know.
That's mute. How's that?
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's 7 times of me.
Ooh.
Thank you, brother.
Bam!
Luan, yes, I am hungry.
I wish I could open 100 windows. All my videos would do great. Could be horrible. How come he got 100 views?
Yeah, I know.
Hey Jay, after my news is over, I'll flip my TV over to YouTube and put
Okay.
it on the stream.
Nice. So ready for that shot, Jay?
Of course. I've been waiting for like 10 minutes.
Shit, what happened to that?
You still eat my I'm trying to just chit chat so I can eat the rest of this Luan is in the chat room like, you hungry, Frankie? This is Smithy.
Where's my Sharjee cord at?
Oh no.
Merly, hello. Thank you for the thumbs up.
All right.
Oh, thank you, Ruthie and Arthur. I appreciate it. This is already my 3rd live in a day. So this is big. This is going.
I did a live stream and I was only going to do it for a half hour one day. So then somebody actually came on there and got on the panel. Shit, I talked for 2 hours. I screwed up my whole day of everything else.
Wow.
I was so happy somebody came on the panel. And I actually had like 2 other views. It's like, nice.
It's a beautiful thing.
When you first start, that's how it is. You know?
Hey, Nettie.
Hey, Erwin, how you doing?
Hey, Merely Rosales.
Hey,
Hello there, Nutty.
So, Jay, here's the 4,000. We're getting close to it, damn it.
damn right.
You know what I mean? But you're moving on up. Man, I remember when you had like 10. You were like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this YouTube thing, and I'm like, dude, you got a different view on what you're doing, so it's popping. And then he's like, I got 100. I'm like, 100, and then this boy, fast forward, he's like, Frank, I got 1,000. I'm like, mother.
Shit, don't quit then.
Oh, really?
There's nothing to quit. You can't quit. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
This is just gonna continue going bigger and bigger and bigger, and
Yeah.
you're getting closer to being monetized. You're closer to this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, there's nowhere but up. That's all I gotta say.
Luana, I hope that doesn't happen until he's off the stream.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let me. Thank you. Salute.
And enjoying his tea.
I got some coffee here.
Woo.
Woo.
Yeah, it's almost too late for me to make another pot. I've already gone through a pot of coffee today alone.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Jeez, J3. What's going on, brother? Oh,
That's nothing.
wow, that's a lot of coffee, brother. Dang. That is a lot.
When I was working down on the river there in St. Louis, I went through 2 pots of coffee in 8 hours.
Damn. And you got up the next day?
I was going to say that.
I was up 4 hours after I got off work because I had to be back in on post.
Hey, Luan. That's the point. I was gonna try to make him cry.
Yeah, you bastard.
Listen, Jay's been bugging me because he's like, you need to do more stuff on YouTube. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, if I had time, I do a lot of content. I got solar panels. I got this, that, and the third. I like to make solar boxes, things like that. I created my own photo booth from scratch. Originally made it with a cardboard box. And then I made an actual business out of it, which is crazy. And I got a lot of stuff. Like I could do a lot of stuff, but I just ain't got time for it. I was doing doing photography for boxing or for kickboxing or whatever, MMA. I was doing a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. Like if I wanted to just like blow up, did you just throw a bunch of videos on YouTube? I could, but it's just I need to be able to build it in a way that feels like I'm not forcing everybody to view a bunch of stuff that's pretty old.
It's a lot of work too. It is a lot of work.
Well,
You know?
I use an app.
Oh, yeah. You
I
spend
use
hours,
an app to,
editing some video that takes 10 minutes to watch. So it's,
well, my longest video is only just over 2 minutes,
oh,
but I used an app and put my last 2 videos together.
Yep.
The app I used.
that Windows Movie Maker makes it totally simple. Because I got this used computer, it was my mom's, and long story short, because my laptop died, so I pressed this into service because I got my parents' house and it was sitting there. And Windows Movie Maker's on there. It's a lot easier than before I was using Sony something.
Yeah.
And then some of the videos, it takes them on there and you can't see what the video is, so I got to pull them back off and put them on my computer anyway. You just stitch them right together. You put all this crazy stuff in. It's the easiest program in the world.
I bet. It's crazy because I'm an IT guy, and that's what I do at heart. I've been doing it since '98. I'm 41 years old. Let me stop trying to downgrade myself.
I was gonna say, don't try to down.
41 years old. I've been doing IT stuff for a long time, and I don't know. It's crazy passion, right? This is what I do for my job. I went from an intern to the director of IT. So it's when you're kids, you're like, you want to play house and you want to be the administrator. You want to be the guy who owns the thing, who does the thing, who makes the decisions. Now I'm making the decisions, and I'm like, I'm an exempt employee. I love what I do. If I didn't like what I do, man, I don't know. It'd be a hard sell for me to stay and do what I'm doing. But I love what I do, and that's the simple of it. I got a brand new employee that just started this week, and it's interesting. He's like, you're the director, and you do a lot of hands-on, and I'm like, yeah. And he goes, why? He was like, most directors don't do any hands-on. They sit back in their office and they assign people to stuff and this, that, and the third. And I said, well, I'm not one of them. I said, if I don't know what you're doing, then I don't deserve to supervise you.
Mm-hmm.
You probably want to know it's done right too. So you want to know how it's done.
I need to know that if you mess up, I can fix it. And if I can't do that, then I can't be your boss.
Thank you.
And that's something that I true to the heart. That's something that I just can't do. Like, there's some bosses who don't care. They're just like, oh, just talk to such and such, he'll help you, or talk to such and such, they'll help you. Nah. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an answer, and I'm gonna know that you don't know what you're doing, and I want to help you. But I'm not gonna shoot you because you asked me a question. That's the last thing. I need my team to be strong. So I need everybody to play on their own bearing. Like I don't want to if I have to double check and triple check your work, man, I don't know why you work here. Right? Like I need to be able to trust I give you an assignment and you complete it. That's it. Like, but if I have to look at all your work, then why are you here again? Because that's just causing me issues. Because I need to be able to move on. Like I need to be able to tell you do what you got to do, and you need to be able to do your own thing. Like afterwards. And we were having a heart to heart during lunch today, and he's a brand new guy, very smart. This guy, he has a 4.0 out of college. Like I'm like, dang, I got a 3.72, and I was like, and I'm the boss, and this got a 4.0 out of college. Very smart, very intelligent. Like he picking up on things. Like I'm like, okay. Jumped in on his like third day. Start doing tickets. I'm saying here like, okay, not arguing with that. Like he's like, this is how you respond to this. All right, cool. This is how we handle this. Cool, And that's that workflow, man. I'm like, this is what I need. This is what I've been missing.
I got 31 thumbs up.
31.
31
Nice.
thumbs up, 1 thumb down.
They just hating on my ball head. They hating that we both have ball
I'd
heads.
like to get 31 thumbs down on something, that'd be happy. Any thumbs good to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Frankie.
I'll even take the trolls, Send the trolls over to me. I don't even care. It's attention. It doesn't matter. People complain. Give me 100 trolls.
It's true. Mary, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And man, this journey has definitely been.
Joe was gonna say something a second ago. What were you gonna say, Joe? Said my name.
Yeah, what I was going to say was once I get a non-for-profit up and running, I'm going to need help in the IT department.
Listen, I'm up for remote assist.
Nice.
Listen, I'm going to let you know something. We've developed a system where I can roll out a computer, right? Say we wanted to. I created an image of a machine, and in less than 15 minutes, like say you had 200 machines that you needed to roll out to a site or whatever. I'm just throwing this out there. I can get a machine up and running in less than, I want to say 25 minutes, 15 minutes just to image the machine with everything that you want on it. Everything that you want on it. Listen, I showed my guy the other day. I said, I'm going to let you know something, and I'm going to tell you something
flat out. And I don't know if I want to say this on YouTube because we're on YouTube, and this is gonna be like, let's just make believe it takes X amount of minutes to get done. If anyone asks you, 2 hours. If you're outside of the team, I don't even care. We know what we can do, but people sleep on that. And I hate the fact that just because I can fix something, even like on a personal level, if I work on your computer, just because I've been doing this since '98 and I very well taught myself, everything I do, I keep up with everything. Just because I can finish your machine, and I tell you a price, and I say it's gonna cost you $90, right? Because I never charge more than $100 to fix anybody's computer unless I have to start it from scratch, right? So say I charge you $100, and I tell you that before I go to your house, and I fix your computer in 30 minutes. You get upset. I've gotten people upset that I fixed their machine in 30 minutes and I charged them $100. And I look at them and I go, you realize that you have a director of IT in your house working on your computer. Like, just think about it. Let that sit in. Let that sit in. I'm not the technician at Best Buy. right? I'm not the guy at Best Buy charging you $1 billion because you know that just taking your computer to get looked at Best Buy, it costs you like $50 just to look at it. We didn't even work on it.
70, actually anywhere from 75 to 100.
There you go. Didn't even work on it. All I did was look at it. Like I turned it on, and I charge you $75 or whatever the case may be. I fixed your machine in 30 minutes, and I charge you something. And I told you what the fee was ahead of time on purpose because I didn't want you to ask me after I was complete.
That's because they're looking at it wrong.
Yeah.
They're looking at it like, oh man, that's $200 an hour right there. And you know what? So what if it is? You're getting your thing fixed right up, right? So be it.
So I
can do it. I don't hire you. So you know what I mean. So hey, you're the one that fixes it.
Hey Frankie, what I'm saying, Frankie, it's not for an individual machine. I'm starting an entire corporation, a non-for-profit organization that's going to be operating outside the U.S.
Wow.
Right.
That sounds like a venture. That sounds like a venture because I currently work for a nonprofit, and it's a community health center. And again, I love the people. I've done just about everything under the sun. I have, just to throw this out there and not tooting my own horn, I have an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, and I also have like 5 certifications.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm the guy who went into a Brantford Hall Career Institute when I first started looking for work. And the lady asked me, why do you want to come to Brantford Hall? And my answer was, I need a piece of paper to get a job. This is the 2005 me, like,
Jimbo, hello.
You couldn't get a job if you didn't have some schooling or something, right?
Exactly.
One thing that one of my teachers told me is like, he's like, you could have took this certificate, you could have took any certification you want without schooling, but when they ask you how'd you learn it, you're gonna get stumped because you need some type of schooling in the background to solidify the fact that you learned something. He says, once you come here, you take your certification, you can take any certification moving forward, anything. You name it, you take it. And when they ask you where you learned it, you could actually fall back and say you learned it at Brantford Hall.
Nice.
Right? not
Sure.
necessarily having to go relearn something because I work in the environment. So I wanted to take my level further, so I went and got my associate's degree, and then I went and got my bachelor's degree so that I could further that along. Now, any certification I decide to get at this point in time, no one will question me because I have a bachelor's degree.
Right.
Like,
Well, yeah.
I could take anything, you name it, I could take it. And when they look back and they say, "Oh, we see that you did X, Y, and Z, and you also got these certs," they're just gonna tie everything together in school, and they're not even gonna question the fact that I hadn't gone to school in like 10 years because I, graduated in X.
Right.
So it's I do just about everything. That's the reason why I started working on computers. I made my own website for PC repair. I even created a booth website. Jay has been to, and Jay has helped me out in so many events at this point. Like, it turned into a nice enterprise. Like, honestly, I like it. I like working on photo booths, and I more like working on IT. It's a little weird, but because creating the photo booth required you to know IT, which is weird. So it's like, so it all ties in, and I've surprised even people that have been doing photo booths for years. One of the guys who does DJing, he does his own photo booth, and there was an event that Jay went to with myself, and it was a work function, and the guy's looking at it like, "How'd you get it so small?"
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are using like these big boxes and this, that, and the third, and I create this real small package, and people are like, "How'd you do that?" And I'm like, "Made it myself." It's my last photo booth that I just made is like, I want to say photo booth 3.0, right, Jay?
Yeah, it was Photo Booth 3.0.
So we had the cardboard box. The cardboard box I used at my first MMA thing. So I did it for free. Like, I wanted to put myself out there, took the risk, paid off because everybody started asking me, "Hey, you're doing photo booths?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Refined it, ordered a box the second time around. And then the third box, I was like, I want to build it. So I actually built it myself. I got pictures of it all because I was like, I wanted to take pictures and have the steps and stuff because I just wanted to look at it later on and be like, "Wow, I made that." And
Right.
When
Well,
I made the cardboard box one though, my daughter was sitting there like, "What are you doing, Daddy?" And I'm like,
the
"Go ahead."
the non-for-profit that my wife and I are working on currently,
Yep.
that we're trying to get up and running, it's going to be working in the Philippines to start out with.
Look at Jay's ears perk up.
What's going to be your focus of attention with it, if you don't mind saying?
Orphans,
Oh,
Wow,
street orphans.
helping people out.
that is awesome. That
And
is awesome.
not many people are looking at Southeast Asia when it comes to the orphans.
Wow. You know what? Cheers to you, man. That's big.
Mm-hmm.
That's big.
That's gonna be big.
Gotta look
What's
out
your-
for the kids in this world.
What's your thought process as far as time frame?
Well, first I got to raise the money, and
Yeah.
that's going to take a little while to raise.
Are you gonna do like a GoFundMe page type of thing, or what are you doing?
Eventually, but not until after I get a full registered non-for-profit.
Got it. That'd be awesome.
This way here,
Nice.
if somebody requests a tax form,
Yep.
they can have a tax form.
Got it. You know, it's crazy because within that same breath, and I'm gonna let you know something. Um, uh, my organization, we throw away a lot of computers.
Hold on, freaking, hold on. Judy, thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night there, Judy.
Good night, Judy.
All right, go ahead, Frank.
No, but we get it. We dispose of a lot of machines, and you know, originally there was a guy who wanted to donate a bunch of them to schools and stuff, but I think there were like 17 computers, honestly. Older machines that we wouldn't be able to use anymore because of the amount of processing that we do. But in a vision like that, that would have been a really good use of that. I'll keep that in mind. If we're getting rid of, we have these boxes they call nooks. I want to put my phone down real quick so I can just show you what the size of it is. Actually, I have one in my. Give me 1 second.
Thank you, Judy, so much.
Nice. You know what, too, once you get a regular nonprofit going, then you can write grants to like bigger nonprofits and organizations that can get you more money too. So once you get it
Right.
rolling.
So, one of the organizations that you're probably going to want to learn about is TechSoup. And I'm not sure if you know about that TechSoup, but you may want to write that down somewhere. TECH Soup, spelled just the way you hear it. That organization is, once you get your nonprofit status, you can buy computers on the cheap. You can also buy Windows licensing on the cheap, and I mean like so cheap that you won't know. Your head will spin. You can buy refurbished computers. You can buy software, Adobe, things like that you're gonna need to run the business.
Nice.
Super cheap. I mean, I'm talking about Windows licensing usually costs, I want to say, 100 and almost $200, depending on where you get it from. Like, even if you looked on Amazon, you could get it for like $200. Now on TechSoup, you would pay like an admin fee of like $26, let's say, per license. So,
Right.
best part about TechSoup, and once you're a nonprofit and you're in the system, you can get, say you buy 10 licenses, and I'm not even gonna crap you. You buy 10 licenses. That's it. $100 probably, right? Depending on
Right.
depending on what the price is at the time. I'm not gonna say it's $100, but I believe you spend $100. And you bought all those 10 licenses, and say you really have like 50 computers and you really didn't have 10, you can literally contact Microsoft directly, tell them your situation, and say, listen, I'm a nonprofit organization. I just bought 10 licenses. I thought all I was going to need. Is it possible for you guys to do an increase? We've done this 100 times.
Huh.
And what happened is, we're opening up a new site at another location. They gave us 300 licenses free.
Nice.
Like, and you didn't ask for it. All I thought was X. You buy a small amount, and all you do is reach out to them. Make sure that you're adamant about what you're doing, like you just told me. And listen, they're willing to, as long as you buy the initial licenses. So you buy like 10 Windows licenses and maybe 10 Office licenses, and they're usually willing to up your license count free. They won't argue with you. You can get Office 365 for free. We got like 400 licenses for free. Listen, I pay an admin fee because I want more features. So we probably paid $200 for 400 licenses, and we're a nonprofit organization. So you get so many benefits. It's ridiculous. But freaking okay, so let me just show you something. Right? This is a computer. It's almost beside my head.
Okay.
This is what we call a NUC. These things it could come between 8 gigs and 16 gigs of RAM and maybe 100 gig hard drive. I have one of these. This one specifically is the one I have in my living room for my TV. Mind you, that's how big it is.
Hello, Marinette. Go ahead.
But with that being said, we dispose and donate machines from our organization, which we're allowed to do. We were going to, again, donate 17 computers to a school, but the guy never came through to pick them up.
Wow.
So, they were just taking up space. We didn't have another place to put them. They wanted the space back. So we had to get rid of them. We literally gutted them out, took the RAM out, took the hard drives out, and had to get rid of them.
Right.
But we were going to donate them to a school. And it kind of sucks that the school didn't come back. All they have to do is literally stop at the back door. We're going to give them a form saying that we donated to them. They will fill it out, take the machines, and they couldn't get somebody to come out, and I didn't want to drive up to Hartford.
Wow, that's a shame.
I was like, I'm not. Listen, if you really want it, then you come get it. But we're already doing the donation. Like, we started the ball, and you don't want to do the follow up. I can't. Like, I can't. Like, we were already short at the time, etc. So we just had to get rid of them. Unfortunately, they scrapped them, and they make a couple of dollars off the scrap, right? Versus someone actually having those machines and using them, because they're still good. They're just not good for what we do.
Right. And one thing I would do is send a buy-in box to your organization.
Yeah.
Have you load it, and I'll ship it from you to the Philippines.
Yep.
To the orphanage.
Yep.
This way here, you'll load the buy-in box, seal it. This way nobody can get into it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll know on the back side if it's tampered with.
Sure. That's cool.
That's kind of where I'm thinking.
Yep. Because, and what's crazy is that we have, because we don't use like Windows 7 anymore, right? So we have a ton of licenses that are unused, but we can't go back, right? We can't go back in time because all the technology that we need is Windows 10 and up.
Right.
So there's a bunch of licenses that we'll never ever use ever again. And, I'm even willing to re-image machines with Windows 7 on it because it'll work out there. You know what I mean? It'll work for the scenario where you're not having to pay for a personal license or something. If you have it to use. I literally have like hundreds of these Windows 7 licenses that we can't use them anymore because what we use for our EMR, it just doesn't qualify for it anymore. So there's so many specific applications that we use that we have to keep up with the times, unfortunately. But things, it's like old donuts at the donut shop. Someone could use that stuff, but they throw it away.
Right. I just put my name for my Facebook page in private chat.
Cool. I don't know if it'll let me take it. Just send the information to Jay, and then he'll get it to me.
Yeah, that's J3. That's like that's my brother right there. So you could contact me with Jay's Journey, my messenger,
Okay.
and then you could give me a number, email, anything, and then I'll send it over to him.
And then I'll hit you
Okay.
up.
Sounds good.
You know.
Yeah, it'll be a good venture. I listen, helping out is something I don't mind doing at all. Because it costs anything to assist.
Yeah. It costs nothing to help somebody.
Mm-hmm. You know what I
It
mean?
costs nothing but your time.
It's true. It's true.
And what we have planned for the Philippines, because there's so many kids out there on the street. Nobody here in the West knows how bad it is out there.
True.
Listen, I was looking at the videos Jay was posting when he was away, and when he was on the cars or whatever, and driving by people, and they were just on the side of the road and stuff like that. Listen, I could imagine. So where I go to church, my pastor, he goes to the Philippines like every year. To do saving souls, as they call it, reaching outreach. They go every year. They preach to a lot of people, etc. If this is something that I'm called to do, then I'm up.
Nice.
Yeah, I've actually got a Facebook page for my non-for-profit already, even though we're not licensed.
Okay. I'll check it out.
I'm not going to say it here on YouTube because I don't want to say it until it is a registered non-for-profit.
Mm-hmm. That would be the best way.
That makes sense. We were destined to meet, Joe.
Yeah. And the Lord never puts anybody in your path that's not going to help you.
Ooh, I hear
Wow,
that.
that's interesting.
Listen, that's deep, and I hear that a lot
Never
from
heard that.
one of my very close friends, Evelyn, and she's the one who actually. Listen, I've never been a church person. Jay knows it. And in the last year, I don't know, I've learned so much. Try to be humble, try. God knows it's a hard thing to do. Ain't nobody perfect for God, but try.
Nobody is perfect, which is true. We all strive to be perfect, but nobody will ever be perfect except for one person that's ever been on this earth.
That's right.
That's it.
So we got to let go of some of the judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It blows me away. Okay, I had never even heard of Jay's channel until about, 2 days ago or something. Through Hillbilly, I found Jay. I went on there. I typed a couple things. I was kind of playing around. I said, "You're one of the elite." And you know what? What got me I thought Jay's a real regular guy, is he's like, "No, I'm just a guy. I'm just talking." His response drew me in because it's like, this dude is an ordinary guy. I was just kidding around, but the way he took it, he didn't get all offended and triggered and whatever. And I'm like, this dude is real. And it brought me here. So let me follow up. Long story short, I've been thinking about trying to get a nonprofit going too. So it's kind of mind blowing that I end up here and I'm learning all kinds of stuff. Now, I don't know if it'll end up being nonprofit because it's a lot to do and I don't have the right people with me to do it, but it's going to be the Pacific Permaculture Institute for Health and Healing. Now, whether I make money, whether I just do things that people can learn for free, whether I turn into an official nonprofit or a business, or I don't know, but that's what I'm heading towards. I decided a while back to turn the YouTube channel into just a facet of it. And I'm trying to build it up and but it blew me away what you guys were talking about. I just learned so much in like 5 minutes or something. It's just, how did this happen? You know, it's kind of meant to be thing, I guess.
Listen,
Right.
2 days.
If I wouldn't have went to Hillbilly at the right time and encountered Jay and all this, and it just happened.
Listen, it's interesting because, you know, we always talk about content creators, right? And it's interesting because we just made our own lane in like 5 minutes. We just went to really something real, and it's nice to have that type of conversation.
Have a good night there, Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo. Thank you for stopping by. And honestly, I'll tell you like this. Just in my last video, it's official. I did 184 views
Nice.
on the second live.
Nice.
That is a world record. 184 views.
And this one's gonna go even crazier because this has been a straight hour and almost 30 minutes with all of that.
Minute. Because it's almost 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm about to call it a night because I got to definitely wake up in the morning.
But
Joe, just make sure to send that information over to Jay, and we'll definitely keep in touch. Pacific, if you want to do the same thing, send the information to Jay.
Yeah,
Luann is right. Since she's from Manila, she knows how bad the children are in the streets there in Manila alone.
Yeah, I seen it.
Wow.
And the amount of children that are on the streets out there in the Philippines equals that of the homeless adult population, let's say, in a city like St. Louis.
It's about right. It's a lot. And the young kids are working at young ages, selling cookies and chips and just a little something just to make a little, like a quarter, 50 cents.
Yeah,
And-
something.
A lot of the
Who don't have anything.
a lot of the young girls are winding up in a position that they shouldn't be in at their age.
Having kids because there's nothing else to do, and there's nothing, there's nothing to keep them occupied and talk them straight. A lot of the parents are not, here because they're not in a good place either, and that that's a lot of challenges with that in itself. What's crazy is, I grew up pretty poor. Don't get me wrong. When I met Jay, I felt like we were in a high time of our life. And I don't know. I took myself and I told myself this is not something that I want to do. I just put my bottle back. I told myself I didn't want to grow up that way. I was like, I want to do something good for the kids. The kids aren't, stressed out like we were when we were kids. But just try to do the best we can with what we got.
Right. And one thing I can suggest to anybody wanting to travel to the Philippines, study the language, study the culture before you go out there.
I think so.
This way here you can, if you know enough of the basic language and you're around the Philippine people long enough, you'll pick up on the right terminology to use, when to use it, when not to use it.
Yeah.
True. But
I'm a high school graduate with only 2 credit hours college.
yeah,
Wow. Okay. Cool. That makes me feel better. I don't have any degree either.
I don't either. I got my diploma. That's it.
I mean, I couldn't afford to go to college. Didn't think I could. Maybe I could have, but if you don't
Listen.
think you have the opportunity, you don't, right?
I'm gonna let you know something. I couldn't afford it.
I still owe $14,000 in student loans.
Ooh.
I owe like 40 grand. It's not cheap. And if I would have known that just going straight for my bachelor's degree and not going for an associate's degree would have saved me money, I wouldn't have went for my associates. But I was being naive at the time, being young, and not thinking about it. But everybody that I tell, anybody says that they're going to college, I'm like, just go straight for your bachelor's degree. Don't deal with the bills. Because the fact that you go for 2 degrees costs you more money.
Huh.
My friends that went through
Yeah,
SLU,
don't they charge you more per unit because you already have a degree?
Yes, because the minute you go for an associate's degree, they charge you again. Instead of just charging you one fee because you got 2 degrees from the same school.
That's right.
So what you could do is go straight for your. My sister's already done paying for hers, and she went to the same school I went to. Which is funny because she went and got her accounting degree, and she's already finished paying her bill, and I'm still paying for mine because I got 2 degrees. I'm kicking myself in the butt about it too because I could have been done paying that and I could have moved on, but no, I'm still paying that. So
Well,
you
I'll
live
say
and you learn.
Well, but
I'll say another thing about the
right?
Philippines.
All you can do is try to educate somebody else to not do it that way.
That's it. That's
I'll
it.
say-
But Joe,
I'll say this about the Philippines: they graduate high school at the 10th grade level,
wow.
where here we go all the way to 12th grade before we can enter college.
Wow.
Are they pretty well educated at 10th grade or like the 10th graders here?
Luann, can you answer that for me? I can't.
I mean, are they ready to roll? Like,
Some of them yes, some of them no.
If they pick up on what they're learning, yeah. But I think if they don't,
because I'm just comparing to myself that
listen.
even after 12th grade, I wasn't ready for nothing. I wasn't ready for life at all. Even if I could have went to college, I wasn't ready for that.
I mean, like if you don't graduate the high school in the Philippines, your life is pretty much you're going to be doing something that you really don't want to be doing for the rest of your life.
Luann, the question is, when the kids are coming out of 10th grade, graduating high school, are they ready to hit the bricks running, or compared? I don't want to compare them to the Western schools. That's nor here. That's here nor there.
Exactly.
But
I just trying to get a base of knowledge, because I'm not familiar at all.
Hello, William.
It's okay, however they're doing. If you can
You'll be
do some
surprised. We are from America. We're from the Philippines. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we're
probably more in tune with if they don't get out and know some stuff, what's going to happen.
Oh, when you're at 10th grade, we don't think about anything until 12.
That's true.
They're missing 2 whole full years of knowledge and learning more stuff. So they cut theirs down to probably a bare minimum of knowledge.
Might be easier to focus, huh?
Luan said even if you graduate high school, you won't be able to get a better job, so you have to go to college.
Felt like it's getting here.
So it's rough. It's rough over there.
Bill, I did security and law enforcement also. I did it for 25 years.
Wow.
Now I'm fully retired and almost blind.
Whew.
But I will never give up doing service work.
That's crazy.
I'm over 50 years old. Learn a second language.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody ever to say you're too old to stop learning.
You're never too old to stop learning. Well,
That's one thing I give myself a little credit. I'm learning live stream and stuff, and I'm going to be 55, so I do go, well, I guess I'm doing a little bit okay.
But you're learning. This is the thing about that too, is you're learning the social part of YouTube and all this other stuff. I mean, in due time, you're going to be at that level to where you're going to be able to get people into your channel, communicating with all of them, and having a good old time. That's what it's going to be.
Well, hope to make things better. That's the thing. In our own little corner, and what we kind of the thing we pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did get in my blood doing service work. I've been doing service work my entire life.
Nice.
My mom and dad both worked for McDonnell Douglas Aircraft.
I graduated stuff
And I started doing volunteer work with them. More my mom than my dad, but I've been doing service work my entire life, ever since I was a teenager.
Wow, that's great.
I think this is why your project is going to succeed, because you're focused and you have a vision for what you really want to do. So as long as you get your accreditation and get the taxonomy and everything in place, I think it's only going to be, like I said before, the only way up is up. There's nothing else to think about.
A little bit of history on me. I know exactly where these kids are going. I spent 4 years on the streets in St. Louis.
Wow.
You know what? That gives me some ideas too. I don't know anything about the Philippines and all that, but you know what? Hawaii people are bad off that are Hawaiian heritage. And it makes me think that could be somewhere where I could help people out later if I can get this thing going too. I have in my heart for Hawaii anyway, because it's great. And I always felt welcome there, where they say, everybody says, they don't like how, they might not like lighter skinned people in general, but in general, I've been received so well there. And I'm not going there to judge nobody. I'm going to have a good time. But I see a lot of homeless there too. And really, deep down, Hawaii is an invaded nation, okay? It wasn't right what the U.S. did to Hawaii. And the Hawaiian people are scarred from that. And there's a lot of homeless that are native Hawaiian, and it gives me more focus. I'm glad to hear your story, because it makes me think I can tie more into that too in time, if I can get this thing up and running.
It's all in due time. So
You know, and,
Yeah, look at
people are worth it, you know. It might not go the way you expect or the way I expect for mine, but that's okay. I'll just do what I can with the time I got.
Luann just said she worked in a factory before for 12 hours a day and got paid only 384 pesos.
Man, yeah, it is just.
Yeah, it's crazy what you got to do just to get by. I remember it was an interesting time when we were going to school. We couldn't afford certain things, right? We could only get certain things. So what we would do is, or I would do, is my sister's boyfriend had a big, not what's those big Costco stores. He had a card for Costco's, and I had saved a couple dollars, so I used to sell candy. Here goes a
I
little.
remember selling the candy.
So during the time, they were doing like I don't know, raising money and stuff like that. I would just sell candy, and believe it or not, the very first thing I ever bought was for my mom. I bought her a VCR. This is right, a VCR. And out of appreciation for the time anyway, for we were living in, and not we had fun times. Listen, if it wasn't because of Jay, Eric, and them always taking care of me personally, like Dave and other people that were in our little inner circle, freaking, I don't know where I would have been right now.
That's how it usually
It
goes.
that pretty much shaped me, uh, put me in a better place, because honestly, I was just like, how are we dealing with this? How are we, handling the X, Y, and Z, for a while. And then
And
it
another thing
was
too was, another thing too was, at first when Frankie moved into the neighborhood, I'll tell you, I was like, nope, Frankie, nope, he's not going to be with the circle, and because we already had, that, the bond of the brothers in the
You already had
neighborhood.
the click.
Like, no.
It was a
You
click.
already had that click going.
And then all of it, yeah, we already had the click that was like so tight and busted. When Frankie came around, at first I was like, nope, see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I started blasting my system, and all of a sudden he was blasting his system, and then I was like, yeah, I'll fix that. Opened my door up a little bit, opened up the windows, blast my system. His windows were vibrating in the other house, and that's when it started.
Challenge.
It was funny because
That's when it started.
until that point, so we were on the state, whatever. I don't know. They were like holding money back or whatever, and my mom pulled me to the side and was like, "I want to buy you something," and I was like what? Because I heard Jay's system and this, that, and third. So I was being greedy, and at the time, and I was telling my daughter this the other day. I'm like, as happy as I was to get a stereo, we had issues getting groceries, and I was being selfish. I could have just got like a little boombox and just kept it moving. And we went to Walmart at the time, or it might have been Circuit City. Holy crap. It might have been Circuit
I
City.
think it was Circuit
We go to
City.
Circuit City at the time, and I go, I want that.
Yeah.
And my mom is like, $300. I'm like, you asked me what I wanted. That's what I want. And being a spoiled brat, and I wasn't even a spoiled brat. I can't even say I was. That Christmas, we had gotten like donated clothes. I don't even know what it was. It was crazy. Like I had this this wind up camera, some crazy. Listen, honestly, I should have been thankful at the time, but I was a kid, right? A kid who had
Kids don't.
Christmas,
The same way.
right, and things like that. And mind you, I was a high school kid. It's not like it was a freshman high school.
Oh, there you go again.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Shit, which one was it now?
Sorry, as a freshman high school kid, and and it was ridiculous. And she gets me a stereo, and I didn't think, you're not thinking about it. You're not thinking, oh, you just spent $400 on a stereo when you don't have that much food in your cabinet. Listen, my priorities were completely off. I was just literally reflecting on this, like not even 2 days ago with my daughter in the car. We're just literally in the car. I'm sitting here like, I remember a happy time. I got a stereo that hit me, and I'm like, was I not really aware of what was going on at the time where we were having problems trying to eat? We were living in a decent spot because that space was nice, right, Jay? That space was nice. Like, it was a miracle that we even got into the space. And the landlord gave us like,
I'm gonna have Jay come over and eat dinner. I was like, she was like, what?
Yeah, so I don't know. It was a crazy time, and like I said, I was just talking to my daughter the other day, and I'm reflecting on it. Like, damn, how selfish was I that day? I'm sitting here like, oh shit. I got a little emotional in the car, and she's looking at me. You're like, are you all right, Daddy? I'm like, yeah, just thinking about stuff, You just sit back and reflect on things, and you're like, oh crap. Was it really a happy time at the time if you couldn't do X, but you got, just because you got Y, you're happy? Again, a physical item versus actually being happy. That's one of those things.
Mm-hmm. And another thing too, Frankie thought he was gonna be, beating me when he blasted his system in the window. That's how it started.
Dude, I blasted it. I blasted it so loud. I blasted it so loud that I ruined the stereo. I had to send it out to repair. Thank God it was in the window of repair, and we had a repair shop at the end of what was that, Derby Avenue, or the corner. There was that little repair shop all the way down, and it was on warranty, and they were like, pick whatever repair shop you want. It's covered. I got it repaired. Never blasted it ever again.
That I did.
But I blew a circuit because I did kind of freaking battle this dude.
My windows. Here's the glass. Okay, we'll say this is the glass. My glass used to be like this, like literally just.
He invites me to his house. He invites me to his house, and I see the stereo for the first time, and I go, "Why did I bother?"
Trust me.
I was like, yeah,
wait a minute,
my little home stereo. my little home stereo ain't got nothing on Jay's freaking huge ass woofer and shit. I was like
15-inch woofer.
I was like, what was I thinking of my little 10 or 12-inch speakers that were from
you're like a Pinto versus a Lamborghini or something.
Oh, listen.
Yeah. I had it cranking. I
only have to put this system at probably halfway. I have my bedroom door literally going like this, like literally going back and forth. Oh my God! Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. So
my sister's neighbor, like how the house was situated, there was no roof. You know what I mean? Like, my roof was my roof. There was like nothing above me, so I could blast my system. But all the bass used to go through the whole house. And that was a two-family house. The bass would go all through that whole house. And then on top of it, if I put the speaker in front of the door, it would go at least all the way up the street to my landlord's house. And they would go all the way in through his house.
He lived on this little cul-de-sac, and it echoed so bad, like so bad. Like when like I said, from that day,
Even Paul's house, remember, you can hear it all the way up at Paul's house.
He comes down and he's like, we see each other at school or whatever, and he's like, decent stereo. I was like, yeah, I was like, your stuff is knocking. And he's like, I don't know, you want to come over one day? I'm like, yeah, why not? I go over to his house and I see the stereo and I'm looking at him like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
I said I wasn't thinking. Like I was like, never seen a stereo that big in my life, and I'm just sitting here staring at a speaker like, what the?
I taught him a lesson real fast.
Yeah.
So when he came into my house, right? When he came into my room, he was like, "Oh, them are nice speakers." I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry about that. Just give it a second." So I was like, I had to open up the door, look outside to see if my mother was home. Okay, she's not home. I had to open all my windows. I had 3 windows. I had to open those up because, you know,
probably would have shattered them.
They would have probably broken. And all of a sudden, I just put it like not even halfway, and he's like, I was like, oh, that's nothing. Let me press the super bass on the, you know, on the receiver.
What's that song? What's that song? It was a song specifically.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, brother. I need to reboot my phone. I'm starting to pick up a lot of wind noise from my fan across the room.
Well, I'm going to be getting off in like not even 8 minutes, brother. 8 minutes.
Yeah, I agree, because I gotta get my ass to bed. It's already 12:14. Yeah. I gotta wake up at like 6.
It's like 9:16 right here.
I know. You got that Cali time.
I'll tell you, Pacific, literally, I'll tell you like this. So when I opened all the windows and I'm like, "Are you ready?" He's like, yeah, I'm ready. I was like, no. Are you ready? Like, because when I press this button, you're gonna feel the bass. I had fish tanks. I had everything.
Yeah, blown back against the wall.
So I pressed the super bass, and I had to turn down the volume because, listen, here's the woofer, and it was going like this. Right?
Was it DJ Laz? DJ Laz. Was it DJ Laz? It was it was a super bass song, man. This guy puts it on. Actually, it was a DJ Laz cut.
I think I still got it on here somewhere.
A DJ Laz cut, and it was something that it was like booming in my boom. I forget what it was, but dude, he puts on that cut, and I'm sitting here like,
he just was like,
what the?
He was like, "Damn, are you serious?"
I was only hearing a bit of it because I was hearing my own music louder than his because I was in my house. I only heard this much, but even though it probably overpowered me completely, I go down there and I'm in front of it and I'm like, my heart shaking and shit. I'm like, oh damn. Put my head down. All right.
If I was able to actually give a sample of my system on YouTube, you would be like, oh my God. My speaker for my laptop would be distorted.
Yeah, it won't be able to handle it.
You won't even my laptop wouldn't even be able to handle it.
Yeah, it would clip quick.
Yeah.
I didn't have that kind of equipment, but there was a guy who lived kind of next door that had it wasn't really next door, it was kind of up the hill, but there wasn't a lot of places there. But he had I think they're 18-inch woofers put in a stereo box. It was like about 3 foot wide by 5 foot tall. He had 2 of them built, and they had all these chambers in it. Oh, he rocked that thing in that mobile home they lived in. I don't know why his parents didn't kill him, but he'd have it up part way, and it was probably similar. This is in the 80s, but wow. I didn't even put my money into something like that because I'd still be pulling part of my dad's boot out of my intestines right now.
Listen, there's only one. There's only one system that beats Jay's.
Almost 20 something years old. 20. See, I got him like when I was 18. I'm 43.
So
still not even broken in.
there's only one system that at the time when I was living in Meriden. Remember, I forget the Jamaican guy in the basement. Remember when we went to his house?
He had a serious.
Listen.
Man.
The landlord. Here goes a really good story, Pacific, real quick. In the next 5 minutes or less.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
We get into this house, right? My sister and I move into this apartment while we're at the interview, right? Because the guy's like, he interviews us, Jamaican dude, and he's like, "You play loud music?" He's like, "You play loud music?" We're outside, right? And I'm like, I'm sitting here looking at my sister like, "No, we don't." And he goes, "Well, we do."
Yeah.
I was gonna say Jamaican dude don't like loud music.
Listen, his system is crazy.
Listen, he had
Speakers
like
everywhere.
2 stacks of speakers like Jay's, and probably bigger than speakers, like 2. I don't even know what woofer size that was, but it was 2 big woofers in one box stacked on top of another box with a woofer and tweeters like across the wall. His stereo system was in a closet separate from the speakers with wires that go over to the damn box. This guy played some Jamaican music one day, man, and that music sounded so crisp in that basement. And he's like, you want me to turn it up? I'm like, do it. Pulls out his Red Stripe beer. We start listening to the music, man. Oh my God, that system is loud. I'm sitting here feeling like I was deaf when I walked out of the basement. I'm just like trying to figure this out. And coolest guy, freaking this guy, every single day to go to work would take a shot of Jamaican rum, a little shot, Jamaican rum right before work. He's like, kept me healthy as a bull my whole life. Been working outside, doing construction and stuff, working on the streets and stuff. Look at the speaker.
Nice.
So
fires are ringing just looking at it.
Those are my babies. My babies.
Once I get my house built up, I'm going to get a nice component stereo with some nice speakers and stuff. I'm going to start building my music library. That's going to be in the Pacific Permaculture Institute too.
I'm just hoping YouTube would change.
See, I've never owned a house till now, so it's like I'm going to make it nice. Wow.
Yeah. Hey Doreen.
Hey Doreen.
Yeah, that's cool.
For a video that was for a chat that was supposed to be an hour.
An hour. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
How many thumbs up you got now? Lost track.
I'll check now.
Let's see if we matched the last video.
We got 31 thumbs up. No, we didn't.
You ain't hit 50, but you good.
Yeah. And honestly, I cannot even believe in in my last video was the 184 views.
Nice.
Is like ridiculous. And just for 2 hours. That is a record that I probably will never get again in my life.
You know what? Start asking people to do the replay too.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what? Look, I played about 3 of your replays last night, and because I knew you're getting close, that's going to help.
I'm telling you, actually,
run. I tell people, you know what? If you don't like my content, put it on replay and just go do your laundry and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if you really watch it or not. Just have it playing.
Yeah.
That's
it's unbelievable. That's what people should be doing, being more supportive for a lot of people.
You got to think outside the box.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize a lot of this. Look, I'm almost 4 years on YouTube. For some reason, I never realized they call it social media, that it's a social thing.
Yeah.
Just recently, it dawned on me like, oh, there's like these little groups that help each other. And
Oh yeah, we do.
I'm like, where have I been? 3 years, 3 3/4 years. I just never dawned on me. I'm just like, oh, I'm just trying to do my thing, and maybe somebody will give me some attention. No, it's not going to happen. Finally, somehow I woke up. It's like, what happened? How come I didn't realize this?
You'll be surprised when you get to another level, and you'll be like, oh my God, I see what the hell Jay's talking about. Like, oh,
yeah, because
you just got to be persistent.
It was probably a month ago. I was at like 114. Now I'm at like 193.
Nice.
I can't believe it. It just.
I just started 500.
Trying to network a little bit, and it's just like I couldn't even. I'm like, what? What happened?
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I don't know why it didn't dawn on me sooner. It just, I guess, I was always kind of a quiet person.
Yeah, you need to definitely have a network. Definitely need to have a network.
And I found this one dude that I was tying into people that had permaculture in the logo, because I thought, well, they know some of this stuff. And this dude gave me some encouragement. He's like, go on StreamYard, this and that. And that made a difference. So I encouraged somebody else that I followed to get on StreamYard. She's not the most familiar yet. She didn't know how to get me on the panel, but she got on StreamYard. So I'm trying to, help a few people out in that way too, up to the level that I know.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah, I jump on when I can. Jay does a lot of videos. I want to call myself the cameo guy. I do a couple cameos every now and then, so people don't get tired of seeing me every day. Let him do his thing, and I'll jump on every couple of weeks. I'll just jump on. As long as he does a nice StreamYard, I'll jump on the panel and usually stay on. Look at I'm on here 2 hours.
I mean, I bet 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I didn't even know what it was about. Yeah. I'm like, how do they do that? I had some meetings I went to through Zoom, and I was telling this dude on the chat, I said, I think through Zoom I could do it where maybe I could record it and this and that, and somehow I could get more people on. And he's like, oh, go to StreamYard. And I'm thinking, oh no, this is going to be expensive and complicated. It's free for the amount I need right now. And then it's not complicated, or I wouldn't have been able to figure it out.
Yeah, because they give you like so many hours free, right? So I mean, if you were to do like an hour live, I mean, that should last you a long time. If you do
do an hour a week, and I'm fine.
Then you're fine, and that's all you need, and you'll be covered for the free, and exactly. You're fine
until I get. Like when Jay says, when I get 500, 1,000, maybe I'll start getting a lot more traction, and then I maybe have to pay. For now, I'm gonna work that.
You will get recognized. You just got to be at the right place at the right time, right people to hang out with. You got to do all like the right things. But if you go to like certain places that are gonna just give you people, it's just not gonna be worth it. You kind of got to work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you got to. That's the best way. And honestly, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, them are the people that you want in your channel, the real people, and that are just one base for you.
One thing you also got to get used to, and I've been watching Jay's videos for a while, and getting little tidbits here and there. I mean, the 5-minute videos, man, those things are gold. Like if you just do a 5-minute video on a small how-to or whatever it is that you do specifically, or just saying hi or thank you or whatever, just getting that content out there in small spurts. You get more viewers that way than the 2-hour joint, unless you do like something like a StreamYard where people are joining in and they're actually in the content. But
plus, what, I like the short videos too, so I was concentrating on short ones because I like to watch the short ones. So
exactly.
I was kind of making what I like to watch.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dude I was subscribed to that I had all 50-minute videos, No.
Yeah.
It's like, I like when people get to the point. He's just all rambling on the same thing over and over. And I'm like, no, I just had to get away from that.
That's what makes StreamYard a little unique, right? So you've been here now 2 hours. When's the last time you watch a video or even participate in a channel for 2 hours?
This even helps you
'Cause
out.
you know what? I like this because it can be interactive. That's why I wanted to do it for my channel. I don't want to feel like I'm the president and you're all like the serfs or whatever, just having to type. Give you a chance to come up and actually talk and interact more.
I mean, there's
like
a lot of channels that are just, they just pay attention to the chat. They just read everything that everybody reads. You know what I mean? Like everybody does the same thing, but sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's, bad. If you could have a real great conversation with everybody, that's going to be a plus. Because everybody's going to, interact with you. Like it's the conversation just keeps on going and going and going. If you keep it like that, man.
Even got Jay going past his 2 hour mark. Listen, Jay, I gotta get off here.
Go to bed. Go to
sorry,
work.
12:30.
Streamer,
all right.
Send him a bill. Like, hey, wait, this is like you did like 50 hours, dude. This isn't free.
Give my goddaughter a hug and a kiss when she wakes up.
Yes, sir. All right, Pacific. All right. Bye, everybody in chat. Bye, Joe. Great chatting with you, Doreen, Luan. Who else is in here still?
J3 back on. And
Bill.
That's
all right.
Yeah, I even turned you on my TV there, brother.
All right, thank you, J3.
Plus you get, whatever, however many people you get times an hour or two or whatever with this. It's great.
This is probably going to be another like 40 hour. I think this is probably going to be at least a 30 watch hours right here, 20 something at least.
Hey, Pacific, you get 20 free hours for StreamYard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Every month. If you pay for it, you'll get more.
Yeah.
But,
I'm gonna wait a while to pay, but
but you'll get 20 hours.
20
per
hours
month.
is good enough. You could do
now
one. You could probably do 2 lives, in a week, or one a week for an hour, 2 hours. You'll be good.
I was doing one a week for a few weeks, but then I aborted the mission a little bit because I got to work on my house. I'm going to restart probably on like the 18th or something in a couple weeks.
Do a how-to video. People love to watch other people doing, housework, stuff like that. There you go.
You know what? I want to get a setup going with a camera so I can do a StreamYard and I'm just like, I'm doing something too.
Yeah.
And then I could pop in and talk and this and that. And I could be doing something too, maybe, instead of just sitting there and they're just looking at my face in the wall.
You can also do, there's another app that you can stream with called Streamlab.
Oh, yeah, Streamlab, yeah.
But you will be the only one on the screen. You won't have the interaction like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know that there's other people who use Google Voice or Google Chats or something like
There goes one of those phones again.
They allow you to do the video, and then you post the people's video, like literally like the squares that you have here. You just move them around, literally live on the screen. Someone calls in, you put them in the corner.
Pacific, one of your phones went live again.
No, I got everything turned off now.
Oh.
I'm only on the one, so I don't think it's coming for me unless.
There is a free option. It's just
I got everything shut on. Let me turn this off just to be safe. This other phone, but I turned off all the other channels because it was getting crazy.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get off. Joe, Pacific, Jay.
Yeah.
Always a good time.
Always.
Have a good one. Nice meeting you.
Great meeting you, Frankie. Good meeting you there, Pacific.
We will definitely keep in touch.
definitely.
Yeah, this was a yeah,
All right, bye, Frankie.
epic moment.
Yeah, Jay, you know I'm going to do everything I can for you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And once you close down the stream, go have yourself a good cry, because you're going to need it.
You know what? And it's probably going to happen. It's there because honestly, getting 184 views in 2 hours, I don't think that ever happened ever on somebody's probably live.
Oh, it happens all the time.
So you got a couple hundred extra view hours right there, at
Yeah.
least a couple hundred. I mean, maybe some people pop in and out like
I would be surprised if that comes out to being like, like we'll say 75.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like 75 right there. This one will probably do maybe 15, 20. The other one was like, 8. I'm already past 4K then.
Yeah.
You
But
need a core group of like 25 people who will always throw it on the replay. And you know what? You just always
and
Well,
one more hour,
every
Jay.
time it'd be like another 50 hours view time.
I'm telling you, it is. What did you say, Jay?
Bill Pruitt just said, Jay, one more hour,
Oh,
and you're good.
oh,
And you're good.
God.
Keep going. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Hey, Bill, the only way if I'm going to do another hour, that would be, I would be already at like 1:30 in the morning. That would be a lot.
So you need like another 50 hours or something to get.
Actually,
What was it? 112 or 120?
you said, I think you said 120.
I think it was 120. So really, if you think about it, with the 184 views, that's 33 hours plus whatever that time. That might just be 50, 60 hours right there. This one might be another, so probably by tomorrow, I do maybe one or two lives, and then by Saturday, that would be it.
Cool.
Yeah, since I've been here on your stream there, Jay, a lot of my young channels that I've been helping out went live.
Wow.
At the same time you did. And I'm only on one device.
Wow.
Tells you how I feel about my friends.
That's the thing. Like if just like with our Mindoro journey and Joe and Jassy down in Georgia, like those two guys been like really like Jay, let's get you going. Let's get you going. They were like, "Oh, we got you."
Didn't I wind up saying that after we met?
Yeah, and then we met. So, and then all of a sudden, like the other day that I met Pacific, and I'm like, "Yo, this is going to be a solid team to where, it's going to be a group of us that are going to be like giving each other ideas. Oh, Jay, you should do this, or J3, you should be doing this." And I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's great.
And Pacific, don't just stick with your channel, with your content. Okay. Branch out. Branch out to different content.
Yep.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I've been trying to do that a little bit, yeah.
Well, a lot of people from what you just had just for today, I'll tell you right now, they're from the Philippines, England, Australia, Kuwait, Spain. You know what I mean? Like I get a lot of people that are from the Philippines, but they're in the United States or in other countries.
Illinois trucker.
Hey,
Right.
there's another good channel right there. Like it's
I do have a couple people, I think, from England I watch, a guy from Australia, there's a guy from Canada. So it's spreading a little bit. Generally gardening and stuff, but there is some other things I watch too. I'm trying to spread out and watch some other.
yeah, you got to be open. Like I go to a lot of Philippine, a lot of Filipinas channels, a lot of Filipinos channels, even though I don't understand a lot of their languages. I stay there, and they'll try to speak English to me. They'll be like, "Oh, he's a foreigner. Let's show him love. Let's show him love. His girlfriend is Filipino. Let's show
A
him
few
love."
cool Philippine channels that are small right now recently, and
Mhm. Those are
He's
the
an-
people that you want, even the big ones.
He's an Americano. Let's speak English.
Yep. So trust me when I tell you, you just gotta be like, oh, come here. You know what I'm saying? You come here.
and it kind of didn't dawn on me till recently that either. I was just thinking like, I don't know, wasn't thinking of it.
Well,
Actually, if you, as you see, I mean,
Pacific. My channel is mine and my wife's journey.
Uh-huh.
She's from Mindoro. And I'm here in America. So we're starting out a new life. We're starting out a new channel.
Mhm.
Any videos I'm putting up are from here in America are coming from her eyes.
Uh-huh.
Any videos coming in from the Philippines on my channel are through my eyes.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm. I mean,
So-
even some of my older videos, when I first started, you'll kind of understand like, oh wow, he started from where I'm at, and now look at. Trust me, when I reached 500, I was like, oh my god, I finally reached 500. I thought it was never going to be impossible. Like I thought it was going to be totally impossible of even reaching 500. But when I've reached finally at 900, I was even shocked when I hit 900 because then all of a sudden, Nettie Greer was like, "No, we're going to get you to 1,000 before the new year," and I was like, "There is no way. How am I going to get almost 100 viewers in 1 hour, maybe even 2 hours? It's impossible. It happened. You know what I
Nice.
mean? So
You get with some of these bigger channels and they will help you.
yeah, they will. They definitely will.
I went from, what was I, before I did my first video, I think it was like at 300 or just under 300. Now I'm up over 700.
Wow.
That's just been since March. So
And they probably got some from today.
I think I got about 6 from not just your stream, but a couple of the other streams I was on earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I got about out of 3 streams, I got 2 per stream.
So you have about 700 subscribers?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just subbed to the right thing then.
Joe and Jeannie
Yeah,
Journey.
even this thing trying to get to 100 was like, so I'm thinking, oh man, this is going to take forever to get to like 200. And all of a sudden, I'm almost at 200. I just had to walk through the right door, apparently. I can't believe it, kind of. It's like, what?
Trust me,
What was I doing them 4 years?
watch when you hit 500. Watch when you hit 700. Watch when you hit 900. And then all of a sudden, you're going to be like, if you have a solid, we'll say a solid base. If you have that solid base of people that are going to support you 150%, listen, those 100 people is going to be like nothing. you'll probably get 50 one day, 50 the next day.
Wow.
Well, it's just like
it could be possible just because you have that solid amount of people.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do it up here in StreamYard, but I would go to my analytics and tell you how many views I'm getting per video.
Here, I'll show you something.
You should be able to do it, Jay, on your channel.
Yeah, I see. I've done that. It's a pain in the ass. Like, I wrote down everything. The date, subs, watch time hours. I started on a little piece of paper, and I was only at like 100 and something. At that time, I finally just said, you know what, let me get on a notebook and start writing it. I was only at 972 hours. I'll give you the date. 12/4/19. I was only at 972 hours. Okay. Let's see, 1/20/20. I only had 1,040 viewers. I only had 1,500 watch time hours. And this is all everything. On what I've gotten, lost, it would pretty much tell you. Here, we'll tell you another one. On my birthday, May 1st, I had 1,240 views. I only had 2,923. Okay.
So I've got like 38 hours watch time. I just looked mine up just for perspective.
So write it down. Keep track of it, because then you'll really kind of see where how your channel's doing, what you might need to improve, what you might need to work on. I tried it.
Bill's got a good point. One video is all it takes to go viral.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I keyed in where I get on these other channels and I share my link. I share the ones like the Hawaii sunset. People eat it up, so the things that a lot of people can tune into might like, they're eating it up. I wish it was a 30-minute video.
Yeah, my very first video was only 48 seconds. It was so shaky because I'm not used to being in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to being behind the camera. That's why I stay behind my avatar. That and my job.
Yeah.
That's why you could definitely get that one video and go viral. You know what I mean? Like, but my one video, it was my first video ever, and it was the cat that went going crazy. Like,
thanks for still being here, Ruthie.
Yeah, thank you, Ruthie. You know what I mean? Like, it was my first video. I rescued a cat. That went to like 900. Actually, now it's at 1,000. It's probably at 1K right now on views. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, with the first other video that I created, like with me talking in front of my G7X, my camera, that one already has, and that's been almost a year now, that already has 1,000 views. Everybody keeps on looking at that one video. Even if it's 1 or 2 viewers a day or one or 2 viewers a month, it's still getting the views.
Yeah, getting no traction.
And that will help. That any video that you make, your old videos, and people keep on going to it, it's just gonna keep on giving you some type of number increase.
Plus, after you get your 4,000, get your 4K. Within the year of making your 4K, you got to keep that 4K going.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't
once you know
realize
you
how
made it,
hard
you're
that.
going to try to keep it going harder, I think, too. You don't want it to fall back.
Actually, a lot of people don't realize once you get monetized and get that 4K, it's so hard to keep that 4,000, if not more. You actually got to work harder.
Huh.
That's why I'm in no hurry to get monetized.
I know. I was like, oh, J3, whenever you're ready, I'll be right there. He's like, yeah, I'll take my time. I'll take my
And
time. I'm not in a rush.
And I am taking my time.
Yeah, and that's how you got to be sometimes. You know, today was just, I guess, man, I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't know what I was thinking. You know,
No, it's not. It's never easy.
I think I'm ready for the challenge. I think,
I know you are, brother.
you know, I think with this is just another, you know, how can I say it? I'm not worrying about being popular um, or anything like that. I mean, it would be cool for people to be like, "Oh, I saw your videos. Oh man, can I get your autograph?" Or, "Oh, can I get you? You know, can I get a picture?" You know
Can
what
I
I mean?
get this? Can I get that from you?
I mean, a signature picture, okay. Well, you know what I mean. If it's a kid that seen you on channel, you know, they think of you as being
A movie star.
a Yeah, exactly. But with me, I'm just like, you know, I'm just a regular guy that's just, you know, trying to make a little extra money, trying to help my family in the Philippines out with a little bit extra money to, you know, start on my life in the Philippines at the age of, you know, when I get to the age of 50. It's
I wish
gonna,
I,
you know,
I wish I would have
But
started
yeah,
this years ago.
and I
I
said
don't
that
need all
too.
that. I don't need people lined up to get my signature and all that. No. If I can push this thing
Even if it's
forward, do some
kids,
good stuff.
you know, I think kids remember that stuff because they'll be like, "Oh wow, I saw him on YouTube," and they think of you as just a nut. You're popular. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, he's famous. He's famous. He's been on YouTube and da da. When you help out a kid, it is always a good thing. If you see, I mean, with us adults, there's some people be like, "Oh, I saw you on video." Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yes, you know, let's keep it kind of down on a little bit. You know, thank you. I appreciate it because you have to understand too is sometimes the adults go way above what they're really supposed to be doing.
Ruthie just said it perfect.
Yeah,
Videos of Our Life is
it,
a documentary for the future.
yeah. So it's not like, you know, sometimes the adults go too far and be like, "Oh, can I get a picture? Oh, can I get another picture? Oh, can I get another picture?" That's where you know, that's difference about a kid and the adult, you know, and that's how it's going to be, and it's always going to be like that.
That's going to be a little disturbing when that happens.
It's going to be, honestly. I mean, my godson's, well, my nephew slash godson knows that I do YouTube, and he's like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." Okay, that's cool. My goddaughter, Frankie's daughter, is my goddaughter. Now she knows I do YouTube, and she's like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of cool." She's more, you know, she's more, calm about it. She's not, but she was like, oh, it's cool. Okay. But other kids, like in the Philippines, have, that know I do it. Their family, they know I do it. And they're like, oh, wow, you do YouTube? Yep. You know what I mean? But they don't make it really as a big thing. But I'll tell you, adults make it more as a big thing because they want to be in your video more sense. You know what I mean? A kid might want to be in your video, but they're already thinking of you as popular. But they're not gonna be, so forceful on, appreciating what you just did, taking a picture with them and stuff like that. But an adult, you're like, okay, let's take a quick picture and just. All right.
That'll be an adjustment when that time comes for me. I'll still be used to people looking like I'm going to steal something off them and trying to run me out of stores and stuff, even when they don't say it. Even when I was clean shaven, they did that with me, looking at me like, this guy, he don't want to buy nothing. Sometimes I want to buy something.
Yeah.
But it'd be a little unnerving if it goes the other way. What? What's going on here?
There was a few times whenever I'd have my long beard. It never failed. I always wound up with security looking harder at me for having the long beard than a store employee.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, I mean, honestly, it's already bad enough for me because when I shave, there's viewers, I won't say none of their names, but some viewers be like, oh, you look like Vin Diesel's brother. Oh, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, it's always like that. Even in the Philippines, it happens. I had a guy screaming on the top of his lungs. He was like, Vin Diesel. I was like, oh, my God. I had to keep on walking. There you go.
I'm not familiar with all them people as much, so I just think they're screaming to somebody else.
Oh, I picked up on it.
Well, you can see how full my beard is right now. This is short compared to what I normally wear.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, like I said, I was so embarrassed. I was like, yeah, let's go. We got to go, babe. Let's go.
And
like I was like, oh my God, so embarrassed.
the main reason why I stay behind my avatar, Air Pacific, I'm retired security. This is the time when people are coming out of jail that I helped put behind the bars.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I stay behind my avatar. It doesn't matter. It can be on a Philippines stream. It could be on an American stream. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Right.
I'm looking out for my safety as well as anybody that's with me and even my own children.
I get that. Yeah. I had to develop a comfort to get in front of. It wasn't comfortable at first at all. And, I'm 55. If somebody want to come get me, come give a shot. I don't give a, I'll go into the next life. I will protect everybody that's in the fam, though. Anybody I'm close to. So, somebody want to give it a shot? Come on. See what happens. It's a path I got to walk. But, everybody deals with things.
That's why, there's another thing, too, about that is that's why, you don't tell everybody, like, exactly your location, like, direct, all your personal information. You kind of learn to keep your self private, you could say.
Yeah.
Even though you're putting your face and everything out there in this type of world, YouTube world, but you still got to keep what's around private. Little
Yeah.
areas, houses, so on, because people, you know, you might find that, one crazy person and be like, oh, I'm his idol. Take pictures of anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? And I did a little bit of that, and I probably shouldn't have. It's like showing where I'm at a little bit, but I wasn't thinking like some crazy person in that way. I'm just thinking
Well,
some.
that's why I don't really show my house. I don't show the house. I show me walking down the street. They don't see, any addresses or things like that, because then they could be like, oh, okay, I don't really know where he's at.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So that's where you're in your comfort zone, because trust me, I've been born and raised in the two towns that are right next to each other, and I'm like, you got to keep your safety zone protected.
Right.
So,
That makes sense.
so I mean, the only people that really know where I live is a slim, and when I say a slim, there's probably about 6 people on YouTube that kind of know exactly where I live in the town. Besides that, out of almost out of 1,300 viewers, only 5 to 6 know where exactly I'm at.
That's good. Yeah, and that's why, like on mine, I say
You know what I
San
mean?
Francisco Bay Area. I don't say the town
You know what I mean?
time because why is it relevant?
Yeah.
Only with me, only one person on YouTube knows my exact address.
Mm.
I'm not saying somebody can't find where I'm at, but I would know. Where I live, there's only a few houses. We know when somebody else is there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
within reason. You don't know maybe every single car, but you kind of know when somebody's out of place.
right.
And
the one person that knows exactly.
Get a bunch more of these wildlife trap cams. So just in case, I can look back on that for the four-legged wildlife or the birds or two-legged human wildlife that might come around. I can like, oh, that's what was so-and-so doing here?
Mm-hmm. But that's how it is, though. You just got to keep your comfort zone. If you trust, 5 people, that's only 5 people you trust. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to. Like I said, honestly, our Mindoro journey, Joe and Jassy down in Georgia, Nettie Greer, Mylene Rocca, you know what I mean? Wallace Life, Jeb Jam Raw. You know what I mean? Like, those are the few that know, me. Because as what you see is what, I am, with them. I mean, I'm a real deal type of guy. I'm laid back. I'm very protective, and
I'm really protective over the Filipino.
I'm protective of my girl. I'll tell you that. I'm protective because her father told me to watch out for his daughter. So
I never met my father-in-law.
I don't play around. You know what I mean? Like, I don't play around.
Well, you can't.
You know what I mean? She can't walk. There's times where she'll be like, "Oh, I want to walk, to my aunt's house." Her aunt's house is probably about 2 miles away, 1.5 miles, if that. I won't even let her walk there.
Thank you for what you do, Ruthie.
Yeah.
Even before she had a channel, she was giving to the less fortunate kids out of her own pocket. And that's what I've been doing with my non-for-profit. I'm on disability, but I still help out the kids out in the Philippines.
Well, I send money to the family sometimes, and so they can have a birthday, or a little something.
Nice.
You know, I'm not rich. I'll tell you that. I just got unemployed. You know, so but I work hard for what what I've got, and I can't complain.
Yeah, one thing I'm going to do with my electronics here is I'm going to give it to my brother. Have him keep an eye on it for me. Allow him to use it. Use anything that he wants out of my electronics.
Mm.
But then whenever I come back from the Philippines, I'm going to want it. He
Yeah.
knows that already.
See, with me, when I moved to the Philippines and when the house is built and everything's coming with me. All my electronics. I don't care how many adapters I have to get. I'm gonna be having my electronics, you know. But anything said, you can have it, you know.
Just be aware they're on 220 out there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I have to get the adapters.
Now, I am taking my P3 out there with me.
Oh, I'm taking my house system. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the TV might go. I don't know about that TV because I got a 65-inch in my room. So,
Now, when I get out there, or before I head out there, I'll order me a TV.
yeah, I'm thinking about an 80-inch.
I'm probably going to wind up needing that big, if not a 90.
Oh, 90 would be nice.
But
whatever you do not tell me you get a 90 because if I get an 80-inch and you got a 90, I'm gonna be upset. And I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put the 80-inch downstairs and buy another TV and put the 90-inch upstairs in the bedroom. It's a mind game with me. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have it.
right now, I've only got a 42-inch. My brother has a 50.
Oh, I got a 65. Man.
But at the time, this is the only money. That's the only money I had.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get a 50.
I'm telling you, I anything smaller than my 65, I'm already like, I can't do it because I'm so used to watching, more in a bigger TV than anything. So it's like, yeah, I can't enjoy a 30-inch or 20. I can't enjoy them. It's got to be a 65 or up. You know.
And
when I get a new TV in the Philippines, I already know it. I already see it. I told her I was like, be ready to get a 80-inch TV in the bedroom. Be ready.
Well, what I plan on doing is I'm sending all my games, my game system,
Mm-hmm.
P3. I'm going to send all my movies out.
Nice.
I'm going to buy a brand new Blu-ray system out there.
I don't want you guys to think I'm competing or anything, but when I get monetized, I'm going to get a 200-inch screen.
If
That's wallpaper.
Yeah, I was going to say it's good.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I'll tell you, if you came out with a 200, 100-inch, I'm going to be even upset. I'm going to be like, yeah, I need to up my game a little bit.
The new 200s, Jay.
Open the wall and watch it from the way down the street.
It would be like paper thin. Oh my God, I would go crazy. If I would have saw a 200-inch screen on a wall, I would be. And if it came out real clear like a 65-inch, oh my God.
Well, you imagine another few years it'll probably be available.
Well, look at they already got a 100-inch.
Do they? I didn't even know. It's just totally off the top of my head.
It's a 100 inch. And that thing is a monster.
10 by 10 or something.
Yeah,
That's a wall right there.
yeah. I seen one. I was like, oh my god! I was like, this thing is huge, and they actually had it leaning up against the wall. That's how big it was. The box was huge, like two
Yeah,
65-inch TVs together. The box was huge.
my media room, it's 8-foot ceiling, so 8 by 12 or something. That's the whole wall, basically, one of the walls.
Yeah, literally. I was like, oh, how much did you pay for it? He was like, oh, I paid, a good amount. I was like, no. How much did you pay for it? Because, man, that's a big box. I was like, how are you going to get it in your truck? He's like, I don't even know how I'm going to get it in my truck. I was like, you got a rental truck that you could, slide it in there and call it. He's like, yeah, I'm getting one right now.
But if you can't afford to have somebody deliver it, you can't afford it.
Exactly.
You don't put in for it's like buying a Ferrari and you can't afford to get it tuned. Doesn't make sense. You don't get it.
Yeah, I would be happy with like a 90-inch, like an 80, like an 85. If it was like an 80-inch, I would be content. I would be happy. I would be content with 80.
But if I get this thing to take off, and the nonprofit takes off, and I get like 100,000 subs, I'll get one. Why not? Because that'll just be part of the hey, I made it thing.
Yeah.
Any funds my channel makes is going to be going straight to the non-for-profit. I'm not going to take a dime of it.
Well, I'm not going to try to make money off it. Honestly, I'm trying to push things forward, but I mean, that might come out of the money I'm earning at work. But I'm just saying, when I make it, I'm going to have a few perks for myself. It doesn't have to come out of the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It'll just be, I'm going to do it just for me.
That's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to do for you.
It's like I got a P.O. box in the town where I live because I'm going to be switching everything. And I wanted the number that was same as my address on my street because I thought that'll be simple. And they didn't have it. And I used to have a P.O. box in that town. And I didn't want that same one just because it's time for a change. So they said, well, write down some numbers and we'll see if we have it. Okay, what the heck number? I said, do you have number 1? And they said, yeah. Well, right on. I said, I waited my whole life to be number 1. So I got P.O. box number 1.
Nice.
Just for the boost me up,
Yeah.
You got to have some things.
I had a P.O. box and it was number 63. And that was like a big thing for me. I was like, okay, I'm cool with this. I like this number. I can never forget it.
Yeah.
Well,
for
just
30
like
years, I
the
had 42. Just because that's the one I got. Even the post office changed, but I kept that number. And the building changed anyway. And but then I just continued a couple of years ago. Then I lost my parents, so now I have their house. So time for a change again. And I thought, I want my mail going there because people can get your ID, whatever, out of your mail. So I'm going to switch all my utilities and everything to that. But
I've had 2 P.O. boxes. The first one was number 69.
That's a good number.
Then my second one was my area code,
Nice.
which was 314.
that's cool too.
You know what? That used to be my my numbers to play on Play 3. 314. That's crazy.
I couldn't even believe it that number 1 was open. It's like, what? Nobody wanted number 1? That's, I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Even at my age, I'm not all about ego, but a little bit,
Well, I mean, look at me. I'm 43, and I'm like, I started this channel when I was 42. I would have never imagined being where I'm at. I would have never imagined doing this.
Yeah. Pacific. I've got one video, and what I used, actually 2 of my videos, I used Film I Go. And they were both videos were still photos. So with them being still photos, by making them into a video, it wasn't that hard using FilmIGo.
Interesting.
Mm.
And all I did was just upload them straight to FilmIGo and decided what theme I wanted to run on it. And there's the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just lucky that I knew a guy that had set up a YouTube. I had set up a website at one time for, it was permaculture for in the county I live in. And somehow the way he set up the website, you had to have something either on YouTube or something to put a video on there. So I was like, look, I gotta, and he says, well, why don't you just start a channel? I don't know. Well, okay, maybe I can inspire somebody. Here I am 4 years later. His channel just, he does mountain biking videos. He's got like 360,000, subscribers. But anyway,
It happens. It does
it's
happen.
all just by just a slip of faith.
And everything. I mean, honestly, look at, it's my time right now. It's already 1:13 a.m. And we already having like 10 people in here right now. It's all about timing.
Exactly. It's
You know
just,
what I mean?
And right now in the Philippines, it's 1 p.m.
Yeah. Yep. So they're probably going to be like, oh, okay, he's actually doing a live. Well, let's go.
you know what, timing is crucial, because even if I'd had this knowledge a year ago, it wasn't a good time. My dad had just died. I lost a brother in July. The year before, I lost my mom. I struggled through and I was making videos, but I wasn't ready for all this trying to network, and I think it wouldn't have been a good time. So now is a good time.
And that's how you got to, it's all about the timing. Like you said,
Yeah.
It's all about that timing. And
If I would have
just never.
If I would have been doing videos from day-to-day life out on the streets for firsthand knowledge, and if I would have had them, looking back on hindsight, I wish I would have done that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wish I would have started my channel like 2 years ago, maybe even 4. Like, because you just never know.
But maybe it wouldn't have been, maybe we wouldn't have done it like he did it. So I'm like, I just, appreciate where I'm at. I can't have regrets, because who knows what would have changed, and it might not have worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, hindsight. You can look back at what you've done and wish that you had done it.
Every once in a while I tell people, well, if I had it to do all over, and they think I'm going to mention something small, and I say, well, I'd have hit the lottery in like the 80s.
Yeah. I think everybody would have. For sure.
I can't
always
change
that
it.
wish, Well, we just gotta just enjoy life as much as we could, because we are already 43 and and up.
Exactly.
I'm in my 50s, so
You only react to what you know and how you know how to deal with things and where you're at, and some of it has to do with your family and upbringing. And there was a dude that I went to high school with. Him and another guy from high school went on a cruise right after high school, after they graduated. This guy straight up went and met a girl on a cruise, rich girl from New York, basically never came back.
Wow.
Okay, I mean that, because he had the awareness and he was more outgoing, whatever, and boom.
Yeah.
Kama style.
But I'm just saying that it's just where you're at the time and who you are at the time. And if it had been me, I wasn't that guy, so it wouldn't have worked.
Right. Hold on a second there, Pacific.
Yeah.
¿Cómo está acá, OFW?
OFW, thank you for stopping by. Everybody, we got like 5 more minutes, and we are gonna end this live
Cool.
because I gotta wake up early in the morning. I want to wake up early in the morning so I could do laundry and
I think where you're at, it's already early, Jay.
yeah, it's already 1:17 a.m.
I'm gonna cut soon too because I got to get up in about 6 hours to go to work.
Yeah, it's already 12:18 here.
But I know I could handle it. I got my lunch stuff all together. I get up at 4 something. I leave here about 5:30 to 6. I start at 7, but it only takes get there a little early.
Mhm.
Get there about 6:15 or 6:30. Plenty of time.
You know, like I said, Pacific, honestly, even, with you just meeting me, trust me when I tell you, you are more than welcome. If I'm doing StreamYard, you, you could just send a message and be like, yo, can I join? You're in.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I
Even
like I
with
said,
J3 already knows.
you're really a down to earth, genuine person, and
J3 will already, kind of tell you. And J3 just met me just like you not too long ago. And trust me when I tell you, even with like our Mindoro journey and, Joe and Jassy down in Georgia, they'll tell you how I am. And this is how I am all the time, straight up. So you're
And
always welcome.
I met Jay through OMJ.
Yep.
Cool.
So, I mean, like, when I say I have my members are family, they are family. There's, as you can see with my shout outs, my appreciation video that I just did, that tells you what I really feel about, those people. Um, and even with like Judy Fisher, trust me, I will always say it. Judy Fisher will always be welcome on my channel. I don't even care. She could be like, Jay, I want to join. Okay. I wouldn't even say nothing because she's always been, with the good advice or anything like that. You know what I mean?
She's always got the good heart.
She's got a heart of gold. You know what I mean? And that's what my channel is like. This is family. I don't just say, oh, you're my friend or oh, you're my brother or no. I really put that group as family.
Right. Yeah, like the one
And-
channel that, he helped me so much. I can't even believe it. I barely knew him too for very long. He's like, oh, go on StreamYard, do this. There's ways you can get people to come to your. Nobody ever. I don't know if they didn't know or they just didn't tell me. I'm like, wow, I'm blown away.
Yeah, I didn't know about being able to upload or anything like that until just recently myself.
And he'll
I've been
totally,
in-
when I get on his thing, he'll be like, oh, Pacific's here, and he's a great guy. And I go to his, I can't even believe it because nobody else hardly does it. They'll be like, I'm shouting out this one, and I'll be, always commenting and stuff on theirs, and they hardly ever mention me. And
Listen,
I've been on YouTube since 2010,
wow,
and I'm just now starting to upload videos. I never knew how to do it.
wow,
I came into YouTube for entertainment.
sensible, makes sense. I did
Now-
too at first. I found it. I didn't have high speed, and then I finally got high speed in like 2013 or something. And anyway, didn't watch it that much. You didn't understand the subscription because in my era, you subscribed to something, you paid. I didn't want to pay for watch somebody's videos.
Yeah, I know. And that's what a lot of people are going for is they want to get paid so you could watch their content. No,
Oh well, now to be a member too, you pay. But back then, I just thought you subscribe. It was like subscribing to a magazine. Like, oh, I got to pay to watch somebody's. Nah. I was like, no.
With those channels that do that, those members get first look before the general public.
Yeah, I do. I was doing that on a guy's Patreon. That's a guy that gave me the idea to get a channel, and he's related and this and that. But I'm not doing that all over the place. I can't. I got to support myself too. So
Right. Well, at first you're doing this because you love it.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Exactly.
And then after that, you do what you love. You do the videos that you love.
Yep.
Yeah. I try to do the things that I'd like to watch. Some people might say, oh, it's not totally permaculture. So what? It's part of my life.
Yep.
Well,
That's what it is,
And then I'm going to be I got a game from another not-for-profit here on horticulture.
And you know what somebody said too? It's about leaving a legacy, and I'm totally into that. I don't have children of my own.
I don't have any
Passing
children
this
yet.
on to, just trying to make a better thing. So somebody else comes along, we've got to build a better world from right here, grow it,
Right.
Yep.
I'm not looking at the future. I'm not looking at the present. I'm looking at what I can do.
Yep.
Totally. Yeah.
And that's part of being in service work.
I might not be able to do everything, but I'm going to do what I can. Life is short. My brother was not all the way 63 when he died. And it just makes you focus more. Go, well, we don't know how long we got. Don't wait until, I'm going to do this when I retire. No. If I want to try to push something good out now, I got to do it now.
My non-for-profit, I'm putting in my wife's name.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because she's young enough, she's going to be able to keep it going. She's got a good head on her shoulders. And plus, I got to have a Filipina that owns 60% of the corporation to even operate in the Philippines.
All right, guys. It's about that time.
Yep. 3 hours, 2 minutes, almost 3 hours, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like you're in Cincinnati, Joe. I see that arch.
No, it's St. Louis.
Oh, okay. One of those. I knew it was Gateway Arch, they call it, right?
Yeah. The gateway to the west. That's my hometown.
But Pacific, like I said, you're always welcome. Look for the community chat if you could, or if you're live, I'm there.
Thanks.
Well, once I get that community
time too. I mean, it's not like it's going to help you much, probably, but
Listen, we'll help each other, regardless of what it is. But we'll help each other. That's what it's all about.
Once I get that community tab, I'll be able to start posting videos, but I'm not looking to do that just yet.
Yeah, you got to get 1,000 subs.
1,000 subs, and actually, if you're going to use, they don't want us using the S word.
Yeah. I don't.
In the Philippines, it's 1,000 bananas.
Yeah.
1,000 friends.
And 4,000 WH.
Yep. So everybody,
we've got to take our own steps from where we're at.
yeah, we're gonna learn. We'll learn together as a family, and we'll be good. We will be good.
Once I get off here, Jay, I'm gonna go into my Facebook and look you up.
Yeah.
One
You know?
good thing is if Mindoro Journey is on your Facebook,
Yes, he is.
they'll show up as a
Mutual friend.
friends,
Yeah.
mutual friend. So that will tell me right there. Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah. I'll be there. All right, guys, let me get off here. Thank you so much for being on for an extra hour. I appreciate it. And
All right, yeah, I gotta
thank you, man.
I've told you I don't know how many times, brother. I'll be there whenever you need me.
Thanks, brother. All right, Joe.
Have a good night, brother.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll do a little live tomorrow or later on today and keep you informed and tell you what I think, what's my mind really thinking right about now. But I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I want to say thank you. I love y'all and peace.